Right, here we go. Sorry I'm late. And yes, I can see in the chat that a few of you were saying that I was napping, and guess what? You were right. So, hi, Mama Lego. I know that you were here a little while ago. Johnny G was also in here a bit. Macro was here too. Chrome Lego Cat as well. Hi, all. Cool. Johnny G, someone wake Ruth from her nap. Yes, please. And Chrome Lego Cat is Ruth napping. Yes, I was. But the good thing is I'm here now. It's fine. Oh my gosh. I was on London Calling last night over on London Bridge Bricks, and that's just, I don't know, made me quite tired, to no one's surprise at all. But we do have Encanto sets here, which is super exciting. We'll be building tonight. Bubba's here as well. Hey, Bubba. Yes, Johnny, you win. I don't know what you win, but you win. Cool. So I do have Antonio's magical door and Isabel's magical door here, as well as the Encanto house. And Mama Lego saying hello. Thanks, Mama Lego. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I wasn't expecting to fall asleep and wake up at all. Bust out the Encanto house. So you want me to build the house first? The house is so good. House is so bright. Craig's stream is super chaotic. I don't blame you for being tired. The big one, please. Yes, let's do that then. I was hoping you guys were going to say that. Cool. Right. Oh, Greg's here. Hey, Greg. How are you going? I hope that you are well. Thank you again for having me on your stream last night. It was built two of the big houses. Maybe. Oh no, my stickers were a bit crumpled. Oh no, that might be okay. So the stickers look really nice. Super bright, super colourful. Cool. Do I think that the house is worth the price? It's hard to tell without building it first, but generally speaking, most of like the Disney princess sets don't seem to be like, I think that their price is set a little bit higher than, say, some of the other like non-franchise things. But I don't think that that's exclusive to like the Disney princess stuff. I think that that's just like generally that seems to be how it is. Oh, Greg saying hello to everyone. Johnny Juice, just tip out the Lego. Oh yeah, I need 2 of these when 20% off. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really nice building this because I'm curious to see what the build experience is like compared to separator. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the build experience is like compared to just looking at the sets. Oh, Yeti is here as well. Hey Yeti, how you going? Are you still streaming? Are you still? Yeah, it took. Oh, cool. Yeti's doing a live stream bandits. Okay. Cool. Wow, you know Greg, he's famous. Yeah. There's some famous ones out there. Yeah, it took me a little while to find it, Bubba. Like, even in our Lego store here in Perth, they didn't have the sets when I was checking online. They might have had them in store, but I would imagine that if they were in store, then they would have had like they would have said so. So yeah. Oh, Chrome Lego Cat saying you saw the house more than 20% off online. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Chrome Lego Cat, it does seem like you generally have the best prices compared to all of us. Oh, these are printed. Oh, that's kind of cool. So the little 1x2 tiles for the piano accordion are actually printed. So that's kind of cute. 48. Oh, thanks, Greg. Yeah, no, it was so much fun. Even if I did fall asleep this afternoon. Even if I did stuff everything up. Oh, no, yeah. Cool. Right, little piano accordion. It goes in Mirabel's hands. Cool. Prices are only good at the start. That's usually a good place though to start, is having cheap prices at the start. And Creative Legos here as well. Hey there. Thank you so much for popping in and joining us. I hope that you've been having a nice week. Right. What am I looking for? Oh. Here we go. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I think that this set is probably also going to be one of those sets that's going to be like quite interesting for like mock building. And that's definitely something that I'm like interested in, is to see if I could modify and mock this set so it looks more like the images that we've seen. If that's going to be the same thing. But yeah, it looks like I'm just having internet issues as well. Oh my gosh. Can I sing the Encanto song while I build? No. I haven't even seen the film yet. One day I want to see the film. I haven't seen that yet. So I can only sing parts of Frozen. Lego Cat saying only recently has Lego gotten cheaper there. They were super expensive a few years back, yeah. And I think that's the thing that we've probably all just got to remember as well, you know. Oh, Stephen's avatar redrawing is coming soon. Oh, that's exciting. Mark, better go grab some more coffee for another awesome build. Yes, thank you. Oh, cool. Bubba's saying that they've been building Home Alone like an advent calendar, and they've been very impressed with that build. That's so cool to hear. Yeah, everyone, it seems like, has been really enjoying the Home Alone build. So that's kind of cool. It does look gorgeous. Like whenever I see anybody else have that set. It does look like really, really lovely. So I'm glad that that's been like worth it. Do you know what I mean? Cool. Oh, Cliff's here as well. Oh, as part of the Bandits. Hey, Cliff. Brett's here as well. Hey, Brett. Thank you so much for stopping by. Cool. Which reminds me. So, oh dear. I'm just so shambolic today. Cool. Macro is asking Bubba, so a few steps each day, or how does that work? And Bubba's saying, oh, there's 24 bags, so 1 bag every day as part of Advent. Cool. Kremligo Cat saying, once I see the Encanto house more than 30% off, I'll get it. Yeah, I think that's cool. Johnny G, can you sing, do you want to build a snowman? No, I'm a terrible singer. Don't make me. Saying it's nice to hear somebody else for a minute. Yeah, that too, I guess. Right. First sticker. Oh, and it's quite nice as well because all the stickers are actually square. So hopefully that won't make me too random when it comes to stickering tonight. Doo-doo-doo. Yay, first sticker down. Oh yeah, that crease hasn't set, so that's okay. I don't mind that. Would have been cool. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Yay. Cool. That looks like, yep, stovetop. I really like these bottles that they do as well. We do have like a hassle. Hey, going, buddy. I hope that you're well, that you're having a nice week. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah. Cool. No, we've got to always remember to do these things. I think it was partway through your stream, Greg, where someone gave the reminder. Maybe it was Zan last night that was saying to everyone, remember to give thumbs up. I had to check, and I was like, oh, I'm a panelist, and I haven't even done that yet. So those reminders are always cool. Yay. Lots of hellos to each other again, which is awesome. Papa's saying, hello, my favourite sloth. Cool. So that's the start of the little kitchen area, I guess, which was looking really cute. So a bit more. Hopefully we can get all 3 of these sets built tonight as well. That would be really cool to be able to do that. I'm like really curious to see like these sets in a bit more detail and what they sort of look like and what they're all about. Like I just really love the colours that have been used with these builds, and I'm curious as to how this house like fits together as well, and whether or not it's going to be like easy to sort of renovate it to be a little bit more big, so it's a bit more like the movie, or whether or not it's going to be a little bit more tricky to be able to figure out how to sort out any potential renovations. So we'll have to just sort of see how we go. Yeah. So it's been like quite a nice week as well. So it's really cool that Yeti's doing their like 24-hour stream. This week. I don't know how it's absolutely ridiculous. sorry if my internet keeps on cutting out as well. My screen keeps turning black and doing the scroll, so I'm not too sure if that's what you guys are picking up on as well, or whether or not that's just happening at my end. But yeah, I just don't know how you guys do that 24-hour streaming. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. Cool. Okay, so that gets joined into here. Cool. Lots more hellos, which is really cool. Cool. Oh, skipping along a bit, but not bad. Okay, cool. Thanks, Bubba. Yeah. I don't know how I'd be able to fix it anyway. Unfortunately, it would be one of those things, wouldn't it? So, far too technical for me to be able to fix and come up with a solution as to why it might be skipping. But yeah, I do apologise if that's happening at your end as well. Cool. Yeah, so this is definitely a set that I'm like really keen to renovate. So that's going to be like exciting to see if that's going to be a possibility. Brett rolls his eyes. Yeah, sorry, Brett. Yeah, I know. And then for those of you who might not have heard, because I did message a few people, and I think I even said on Greg's stream last night, I did actually get offered a job on Friday as well. So I think I did say to a few of you that I've been going for so many job interviews lately, which is fine, but like, oh my gosh, it's so stressful going for job interviews. And then having to do like, I think I had 4 in like the space of a week, which is a lot. But yeah, I'm really happy that one of my favourite places that I interviewed with have actually offered me a job. So I'll be starting here in January, which is going to be super exciting. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Not like the good old days of putting a bit of tinfoil on the antenna to boost the signal. Yeah, I know, Baba. If only. If only the internet was that simple. Oh dear. Wouldn't that be brilliant? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm really happy to be starting like a new role come January. And it does seem like, you know, when I did the interview, it did seem like they were really nice people that I'd be working with as well. So fingers crossed that it all works out really well. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, Sloth. What a coincidence. You got offered a job on Friday as well. That's so cool. We'll be job twins. Oh, oops. Oops, I forgot a part. Going rogue already this early on in the stream. Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy about it. So that's really cool. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've sort of had to focus too much on that stuff. So I was just like going, oh my gosh, hopefully I'll get something soon. But it was also that concern where I was just like going, I didn't want to just sort of have to go for like anything and end up working in a role that I wasn't really all that interested in, or like with people that might not necessarily like, you know, mesh well with me or whatever. So it seems to have, but it's early days, but from everything that I've been able to figure out so far, it seems to be in the right path, in the right direction for that work out. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed for me. I'll probably keep you guys posted though as things go on. You know, it's always nice to sort of chat about some of these things with you guys. Oh, yay, you as well, Sloth. Yes, it's awesome. Cool. Yeah. Oh, that's nice to hear. Sloth, please be getting back to something like my old position before you moved. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes it's just a matter of like waiting and biding your time. And like even for me, it was thinking more creatively about like what I wanted to do as well, and sort of going, what are some of the things that I enjoyed about my previous roles, and what are some of the things that I'd prefer not to like be stressed about. So hopefully this role will sort of bring some of the things that I've always enjoyed doing. Oh, another sticker. And I'm happy with the application of that one. Oh, Bubba is in the opposite position. You have a good job. I just don't enjoy it anymore after 18 years. Yeah, I can imagine that would be quite like draining. Oh, hang on. I might switch on the other light. This seems to be like a bit fuzzy in here. It's always so tricky to try and get the webcam to do what it's supposed to do. Is that better? Yeah, 18 years is a long time to be doing something like all the time. But it's also that tricky thing where you can just sort of go, better the devil you know. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Cool. We're putting on this. Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to figure out what to do ever. Our lives, isn't it? Okay. Cool. So that's where we're up to now. So sort of like the ground floor is coming together a bit. That's like the interior. So the kitchen side's sort of a bit more detailed. This side is a little bit more simple. These plates still are like not super connected that well, but they're looking nice. So, and that's probably maybe like 2/3 of the way through bag one. So yeah, what's going on here? Oh, and then the family tree picture as well is really cool. So you might not be able to see that easily, but that sticker looks lovely. Miss Amby is here. Hey, Miss Amby. Oh, lurking while you eat. Yeah, fair enough. I have seen that you've had some struggles with your internet recently as well because of everything that's going on over there with your storms and the wild weather and everything. So hopefully you're like nice and cozy and enjoying your weekend. It's always what we want here. Cool. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now we're putting in these. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Cool. In order to secure those plates a bit better. Oh, cool. Everyone's saying hello to Miss Amby, which is nice. Cool. 3 and 4. Sticker 3 and 4. Okay. Yeah, the artwork on this seems to be absolutely beautiful as well, but all the artwork that I've seen for Encanto looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'll have to see if I can try and watch the movie. I have been making the most of like the YouTube movies lately, but most of the ones, well, all of the ones that I've been watching have all been like free with ads. So, but I think that there are some that you can like buy or rent from YouTube, which is really quite bizarre. But I guess that's the modern world for us all. I don't know. Just sound really old now. The newfangled inventions of the universe. Ooh. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah. Internet has been troublesome, but it seems to be working now. Cool. We'll just not talk about it. We'll ignore it and cross our fingers and hopefully it will be fine. Oh, cool. That's no worries, Bubba. Thank you so much for popping in to say hello, though. It's always lovely to have you here in the chat. It's always super awesome. Cool. So just finishing off some details for bag 1, which is cool. Oh, cool. Yes, I do. I do have a sig fig. I do have mini, like usually they're mini dolls, like in my avatar and on my channel art and all of that type of stuff. So I've got that one. And then I had like a mini figure version as well. So that then some people, if they usually have mini figure cities and that type of stuff, I could then hang out in their city and stuff. But I'm not too sure if I've got the parts for like the mini figures at the moment. I'll have to have a look. So yeah, it would be really cool to do like a sig fig trade. Cool. Right, finishing off some of the details on the doorway, which looks really cool. And then I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. And then that's bag number 1 done, which is pretty cool. Hey, Axel, did I sleep well? Yeah, I did. And I even had a nap before streaming, which is why I was late. But hopefully everyone will understand that I'm only human. So that doorway looks really cool now with the orange arch over the top of it. And then in the back, we've got like the 2x door frames as well, which is holding the plates together a bit more securely. And then a couple more stickers as well. So yeah, it looks really pretty. Cool. Oh, Annandale is here as well. Hi, how you going? Welcome, welcome. I hope that you're going well. I think that the face that I used for my sig fig was Emma's original face from back in the day. A little beauty sleep. It's always good. Exactly. Yeah, I know. I didn't do too bad today. Like I did finish up the stream and I had my coffee and a bit of a snack, and then I did have a bit of a nap on the sofa for a little while, which was quite nice. And I did do a few things this afternoon. I had a chat to one of my really good friends. She wasn't having a great day today, so hopefully her day, got a little bit better after we had our chit chat. That seems to be, quite often how I feel after chatting to some of my mates, which is always good. And then I did do a little bit more of my editing, so hopefully I will be able to get a video up, a long-awaited video on Monday, I'm hoping. So most of it is done. I've just got to go through and do some of like my little pop-ups and the emojis and stuff like that I really love putting into my videos. So yeah. Hey Taz, how you going? It's lovely to see you again, buddy. It was so nice hanging out with Taz last night over on Greg's stream as well. So Taz and Snowlana were both there, which was really cool. So there was like a little bit of an Aussie invasion. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to do that all the time, though, based on the level of napping that I have done today. Every now and again, it's fine, though. I don't mind staying up and doing that once in a while. Cool. Nate's here as well. Hey, Nate, how you going? Yeah, well, let me know which one you'd prefer, Miss Amby. If you'd prefer like the mini doll or the mini figure, and then I'll put that aside for you, because I do have a little pile of things that I need to post off to people. So, yeah, let me know which if you'd prefer the mini figure or the mini doll, and then I will, put that aside, and then Yeah. But it's probably nice to be able to do that, like maybe over on Instagram, so that then we can like have a bit of a private chat and sort that out. I know that for quite a while our postage prices posting out of Australia were really awful. So hopefully that's improved a bit. Just one of the many reasons why there's a small little pile of Lego goodies to go out to different people. Oh, Amy's here as well. Hi, Amy. How are you going? Hope that you're enjoying your weekend so far. Just chilling out and building the beautiful Encanto house, which is looking so gorgeous already. Like, it's really nice to see like a lot of these warm colors, like the oranges and the nougats and the reddish browns and stuff, and even like the dark red. Being incorporated in like this bright green and the teal and stuff like that. Cool. People saying hello to each other. I love that. It's always so nice to see that in the chat. Oh, cool. Amy's good. She built the house on Wednesday. I don't blame you. It was so hard because I did like a click and collect order because I had to go to 2 different shops. I bought the house from one store that had this in stock, and then I got the storybooks from the other store. And I did that like Friday, and then I was just like, oh, they probably won't be ready until like Saturday. And both of them got back to me and they were like, we're ready on Friday evening, which is awesome. But yeah, I was just like going, oh my gosh, I'm completely unprepared. But luckily, Pucky and I were able to drive around on Friday evening and grab these. But then it was so hard not to build them last night. It's very tempting. Very tempting indeed. Oh, cool. Yeah, I looked up the set and it looks cool. Yeah. Yeah, flat like a backdrop. Yeah. All the princess and friends builds seem to be like really skinny, like 8 studs usually, 8 studs wide. But I don't mind that because I'm just sort of like going, I prefer for them, like the designers, to spend more time on the facade, like the front of everything, so that then if we want to, then we can mock the rest of the build. Like we can mock the interior and we can mock the rest of it. But I also remember, like, back in the day, I think that the first Friends cafe or diner that we ever got, which was like pink and red with like the powder blue floor, that was like really spacious. Like there wasn't much of an interior in that at all. Like if the exterior of that build and the mini doll is like super cute and everything, but there just wasn't much detail in the way of the interior. And that's where I just sort of go, I think that would have been like, I don't know. Well, like, I mean, it was early days and the designers obviously didn't really have a vibe of what they were doing yet. So that was one of the first sets ever. Yeah, but I think it's sort of like just developed over time that the designers can put a little bit more effort into the exterior and not have to worry so much about, filling up too much of a build. I don't know. Oh, cool. Amy's at her sister's place this weekend. Cool. Creative Lego World's working on Steph's house again and probably need to rebuild the second floor. I know. Mock building is really tricky, Creative Lego World. Robin's here. Hey, Robin. How you going, my friend? I hope that you're going okay. It was so nice seeing you pop up in Greg's stream last night. So, yeah, it was really cool, actually, to see a few familiar faces pop up. I think that's always a nice thing. Just questioning some of my life choices. I'm putting my roof tiles together. But again, like a really similar technique to the Italian restaurant like the Olive Garden build that we got in Friends like a little while ago, using like these sort of like half round 1x1s as like roof tiles, I think looks really awesome. Cool. I didn't stay long. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, there was a tangent where they all sort of went off on a tangent talking about the Formula One, and I was just like, I don't know why I'm sitting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to discuss a Formula One race. I have no idea about, and not that much interest in. But again, I just sort of go, host roles. That's the type of stuff that Greg wants to talk about on his stream, which is really cool. Not going to complain about that, but yeah. So it's funny. But like, my friend's diner had a good interior where I got my car diner booth table thing. Oh yeah, no, that was like a really nice diner. The one with the brick built burger on top of it, yeah, that had a nice interior. Because I think that was a couple of years ago now, wasn't it? Yeah, and the counter and the stools, yeah. Cool. Oh, cool. What shall I do for the attic? In my old second floor, there would have been a parent's bedroom, but it's in the first floor now. I don't know. What do people put in the attic? Cool. Oh, your old plan? Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah. I don't know. What, a playroom? I know that sometimes that happens in attics. Study? Like an office space. Sometimes that's in an attic. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, bless. Yeah. Yeah, if it's who I think that you're talking about, then yeah, that's no worries ever. She's lovely and amazing. Cool. Oh, you did have to invent your own jukebox, but that was good for you. Yeah, cool. But that's the nice thing about mock building, I think, is where you just got to sort of, change things up a little bit. Right. What's happening? Where am I up to? What's going on? Oh, cool. Creative Lego World news. Stefan's big family house is coming soon. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, there's some like obviously yourself, well, many of you included as well, but there's just so many like awesome creative people out there as well. Like even I noticed, I don't know Macro whether or not, I don't know Macro if you're out there still or whether or not you're getting a cuppa or we've had to go off and do something else. But yeah, it was really cool to see like one of Macro's streams that is coming up is going to be for like the Ewok village, which is one of my dream sets. So I was so excited to see that Macro was going to be building that. It's been really like cool to see some of the different ideas that people have come up with around like their advent calendar stuff as well. So, whether or not they're going to like mock some of that into like a little habitat. And I can't remember who it was, but it was really cool over on like Instagram. Someone was modifying one of their friends' sets to include like the advent builds into that as well. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's such an awesome idea as well. So I've been so impressed with the Friends advent calendar this year. So yeah, it's always cool to hear like people coming up with like jukebox builds and like, rebuilding Stephanie's house and doing some awesome stuff with like their own characters and everything. Like I just sort of go, it's just awesome. Right. Oh, kind of like the Madrigal House. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, and the other thing that I've started to see a little bit of, and I'm debating whether or not to do this as well, which was something that we sort of talked a little bit about last night, was people's favourite sets of 2021. So I've seen a few videos come up about that. So I'm sort of debating whether or not I should do that. It's been a little while since I've done one because I'm not very good at picking, like, getting stuff in the right order. But I was just sort of like, maybe I could do something with, like, no particular order, but this is what I've enjoyed for this year. Cool. Oh, the building, not the colours. Oh, cool. But we'll see. Yeah. No, I think one of the reasons why I really like this build is because it's a little bit similar to, like, my build style as well. So we'll see. From looking at the images, obviously, I don't know for sure yet. So I'm not that far into the build. But again, I just think this colour palette's really pretty as well. Cutlery can get put away. I can fit 3 forks in the cutlery drawer. Oh, the family loves nature. Oh, that's so cool too. Cool. Yeah, it's always nice to, like, hear about different ideas that you guys have, and then it's also really cool to see them as well. I'm sure that must be the same for all of us, though. When we just sort of go, oh, that's what you were talking about. Oh, cool. That's cool. Right, more tiles going down. I do like the choice as well for this. That looks really pretty. Oops, dog fur. I shall remove puck fur. Cool. Oh, cool. House, farm, and mini houses for the animals they have. Oh, cute. That sounds good. A little umbrella stand. Try and disguise the little joiny bit in there. We've got Hagrid's pink umbrella. Okay. Oh, do I need to? Oh, yeah. Right. Need to do some more tiling, smoothing off of this section. Yeah, I did see both of Elle's videos on the 2 storybooks, though, with the parts and all of that type of stuff. But I haven't watched any videos yet. I've been actually quite good this year, I must admit, when I've once I said that I wanted to try and like only watch video review sets once after I've built stuff, is that's actually worked really well for me this year. So hopefully that's something that I will be able to, like, continue to do moving forward. That's a miner's hat. That's kind of cute. It's part of the gramophone. Yay, cool. Oh, Kaz is here as well. Hi, Kaz. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for popping in. It's always good to see you here. Yeah, it's been nice to see lots of your habitats lately as well, Kaz. I've been really enjoying those. I know that I don't get to comment on everything because quite often I'll put things on my TV, and I keep thinking to myself, I've got to try and get out of that habit and try and watch more stuff on my phone and things, so I can just comment more and, like, check in with everyone and that type of stuff. Cool. Yay. Yeah. It's okay, Cass. I always enjoy your videos. You're such an awesome builder. Yeah. So far it's really, really cool. And I definitely think you'd be able to, like, mock this into, like, maybe into your Ninjago area or something like that. I think that it would definitely be something that I could see you get creative with. I'll just pop this together, and then I'll show you another like little detailed update. Yeah, commenting from TV is hard. Yeah, I know. Every now and again I will sort of like watch something and I'll be like, okay, I've got to jump into my phone and comment as well at the same time. But I don't always remember to do that, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. But hopefully people know that I'm watching. Hopefully. Or as much as I can. I'll just do this little bit of tiling and see if that's a good place to do a show and tell. Oh, cool. Creative Lego designer saying, I have the original set on your desk next to your laptop, and Alicia and Stephanie's heads keep falling down. No, that's no good. Only a sentence like that would make sense in the Lego world. You saw that anywhere else, it's like, huh? That comment out of context could mean something very, very different. Cool. I'll just smooth off this little bit. Cute. So yeah, it looks so cool from the front with those tiles, like with the dark red and the red. It just looks really nice. And then because these are like on the hinges as well, is that we can adjust that roof slope a little bit. And I think I'll probably like finalize that sort of slope once I've got the next floor in. Cool. And then that's the interior now as well. So the little kitchen areas over here. So we do have like the arches above the windows on the interior, which is really cute. Lots of details. And then the dining rooms over this side as well. So I've just got to put in like a little dining room bench, some chairs there for like a little bench seat next to the table. But yeah, really cute like little gramophone down here. And then we've got like the umbrella stand with the pink umbrella there. Oh dear. Quick little bit of a removing Susan from the chat. Oreo ice cream texture isn't that good. Oh, that's no good. Annandale. Pink Gamer's here as well. Hey, Pink Gamer. How are you going, Tiff? I hope that you're going okay. Oh, there's a problem with the heads. I might order the heads again. Lily from the baking competition and restaurant has the same face. I have the competition and her head is not falling. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Trying to leave comments when I watch people's videos. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sloth, it's tricky. I did get a handful on my last video, but I wasn't showing a new building, just rearranging. Yeah, I know. I watched that. That was really cool. That was good to see. So, yeah. It's which obviously I didn't leave a comment on that video at all. And it was also one of those videos that I did actually have on while I was doing chores and multitasking. So I kept on like popping in and out, going, oh my gosh, that's really cool, and listening, keeping an ear out. So like I usually say, I do try and rotate my videos around a bit. Cool. Right, bag number 3. And it looks like we might be going upstairs for this. So that's the last little bit of the first floor. So again, the only difference is adding in those little dining room chairs down there, which is really cute. Yay. Oh, cool. Amy's saying when you opened your set, you found 2 sticker sheets. Oh, well, that's good because mine were like really badly crumpled. It was like folded in under the box flaps and everything. Yeah, your dream Lego has finally come true. Yeah. Yay. So, yes, you definitely helped keep me company while I was doing chores. I do appreciate that. I do always feel like a little bit guilty though, because it's sort of like multitasking and I'm not always as focused on the videos as when I just sit down and watch them. But I shouldn't feel like that, you know. I know that everyone's in the same boat and we all have so much, you know, so many videos that we all want to watch, and we all want to try and support each other and all of that sort of stuff. And so we should just be like really cool. Cool. Did I get anything recently? Only these ones has been like the recent thing. So that's probably been the most amount of excitement that I've sort of had, which is also slightly naughty as well, because I should have really waited until I started working again, but I couldn't help myself. So yeah, paying everything back is going to be a little bit more of a pain. Okay, so this is a sticker. So we do have a teal. Yeah, a little teal present box, which does have treats in it, pet treats. Cool. Oh my gosh, yeah, crumpled stickers are the worst. This isn't too bad. So I've already used 2 of the stickers and I was able to smooth it out a bit because it wasn't like too, I don't know, the crease wasn't too intense. So hopefully that will be okay for the last sticker as well. That's got the crease through it. But I did get one sticker, I think in one of the friendship cubes. It's just like I was just so mangled. It's just like I really don't know. I really don't know whether or not I'll be able to salvage. I wasn't able to salvage that at all. Oh, yeah, this is right, isn't it? 2 for 6, yeah. 2 for 6, yeah. Cool. Oh, the 4+ Frozen set, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't like I've said all along, I don't mind the 4+ sets, you know. Again, they're not for me, but I do often really, really love the prints, like because there's no stickers. They do actually have some really nice parts in them sometimes. So that's what I usually try and focus on with my any 4+ sets that I get. Yeah. Oh no, I still wanted to watch Sloth. Definitely wanted to watch, and it was nice to have like an update. You know, I think that's the whole thing. I don't know. I was talking to like another person like in my comments this week, and I was just like going, I don't know what happened to me this year when it came to trying to do YouTube videos. I just got really confused and I didn't know what to do, and I think it's really hard to be creative when you're confused and a bit like befuddled. So then I ended up not doing anywhere near as many videos as what I wanted to do. I would have liked to. Oh, no, that's okay, Kaz. Go and have your lunch and do your chores. That's all fine. Oh, yeah, Axel. Yeah, I will be working in January. So I don't know whether or not you were in the chat on Greg's stream last night, but I think quite early on in the stream I did say that I had a job offer on Friday. And then earlier in my stream I said that too. So, yeah, it's really exciting. I've still got wait for all the contract and the paperwork and everything to be sent through, but yeah, super excited about it. I won't start until January, but yeah, it should be really good. They seemed like really nice people when I went in for my interview, which was cool. So yeah. So yes, definitely keep your fingers crossed for me, and I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's what I was most excited about. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know whether or not I'm going to have a budget for all the new sets coming out in January. And I might have to get them like a little bit slower because I won't have my like little bit of Lego buffer savings that I usually try and have. So, but yeah, it's good. It's cool. I'm excited. Annandale. Yeah, I need hundreds more money for another Frozen 2 Lego set. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. That's the struggle though, isn't it? We all just need more Lego funds. Oh my gosh, yeah. Tempted to buy the Friends Cinema to celebrate your new job, but I didn't, yeah. I don't. Well, it's tricky, isn't it? Like, and you do seem to be slightly more responsible than what I am, Sloth. That's a difficult thing to manage. I think most adults are usually more responsible than what I am. Okay. So I think I go like that. And then this goes. Oh, is that right? Okay, cool. Yep. Cool. Yay. So the little bed just rocks backwards and forwards as well. Flat, and then tip you out of bed. Yeah. Oh, cool. So Amy was asking what Frozen set, the one with the baby reindeer, which is such a gorgeous set. Yeah. Yep. Yep. The Wagon Adventure. Cool. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, yeah. I usually try and I wasn't saying too much about it because obviously coming on here and doing building and all of that type of stuff is like a little bit of escape, I think, for a few of us. And sometimes talking too much about the real world gets in the way of just being able to like leave that behind. So that's why, sometimes I don't talk about like too much of that stuff. But I do usually try and let people know that I do like struggle with my mental health a bit and that type of thing. So, because I think that's also good to talk about as well. Letting other people know that you're not alone when it comes to like mental health and depression and those sorts of things. So, yeah. Oh, cool. Elisa's here as well. Oh, so nice to see you. It's been a little while since we've been able to catch up. So, I hope that you guys have been going good. We're building Encanto tonight. So we're starting off with the Madrigal House. We've only just started on bag number 3. So the first 2 bags were the ground floor, and now we're building up like the little green bedroom, which I'm assuming must be for Antonio, since Antonio's also got like the green set as well. We'll see if that's correct or not. Yeah, but we're good. How have you been, Elisa? I hope that things have been good for you too. Right, and it looks like we've got another play feature in here as well. Creative Lego World glitchy. Oh my gosh, a little bit of internet glitch again. Creative Lego World saying, I need a new piece. The balcony's lower than the second floor. Part designer, I need you. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so gorgeous. Yeah, it's really pretty. Like I keep saying to everyone that I've just been enjoying like the color scheme so much. The detail in the ground floor has been really nice as well. We did say, oops, is this right? Oh. No, it's not right. Missing a piece. Do. Oh my gosh. Oops. Okay. Right, that's looking quite good. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. Sorry, I just got really distracted then. Again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm really loving the colours. I think that it looks really nice. The detail has also been really gorgeous in this so far too. So I love that. I really like seeing, when Lego puts in that level of detail. Which way did I do those? Lego facing out. Okay. Got to make sure that my shutters match. Oh dear. Another one of the quirks. Cool. Little lamp. Oh, so I was actually going to ask everyone earlier until we got slightly sidetracked. What has been people's favourite sets from this year? I'm curious because that was one of the topics that we were talking about last night on Greg's stream. So there's the little bedroom sofa. And then we've got our little play features along the side of the house. But yeah, it looks really cute so far. Nice colours. Mama's Bricks is here as well. Hey, Mama's Bricks. How are you going? I hope that you're well. So yeah, let me know. Did you do? Yeah, I did. I accidentally overnapped. I thought that I was all going okay and that I'd planned everything really well. And then at 7:15, I was just sort of like going, oh my gosh, I don't feel that great. I'm feeling a bit off. And I thought, I'll just close my eyes for a mere moment, which then ended up me having a nap and being 10 minutes late to my own stream, which is really embarrassing. But, it happens. There's nothing I can do about it. Cool. Yay. Oh, cool. The new brick is done. It's the 4x4 round tile plus the studs. I saw on the 2022 Friends sets, but I don't remember. Oh, cool. Kaz is saying favourite set this year has to be Ninjago City Gardens. Yeah. That's definitely a gorgeous looking set. And I think it's also one of those sets and themes where I just sort of go, oh my gosh, it's such a struggle. Because I really liked Ninjago City, and I think that the Ninjago City docks are gorgeous, and the Ninjago City Gardens, I think, amplified the docks as well. Like, you could definitely see, the docks as being, a little bit of a part two of that. And it's one of those things where I just sort of go, yeah, I really wish that I'd probably gotten most sets, but I just can't get everything all the time. None of us can. And again, I just have to keep taking a deep breath and going, but there's so many channels where I do get to go onto other people's channels and take a deep breath and enjoy those sets over there. Cool. I could have set an alarm. Yeah, I just didn't think that I was going to fall asleep, to be honest. I could have done a lot of things differently in my life, Axel. Hindsight's 2020. I just didn't expect that I was going to be asleep. I thought I was just going to close my eyes for a little bit and not actually fall asleep, but I did. So, yeah. Mostly because I'd sort of been having a few more naps earlier in the day, so I didn't think that I was going to need another one. But anywho's. Cool. Oh no. Oh, just bought knockoff Lego Frozen. No. That's okay. Sometimes we have to do that though. Yeah, I know. None of us want to be doing chores. But I must admit, I do find doing chores slightly more enjoyable when I've got like Lego stuff in the background. I don't know why that is. Cool. Yay! Oh, cool. Mama Bricks is checking on our Creative Lego world. I keep going to say Creative Lego Designer. Let's just say, no, don't new name. Does this account work as you want? Yes, and it does, which is really cool. So nice. And I was feeling so bad because I was just like going, I'm not ignoring you. Please don't think that it's me. It was stressing me out so much. But we got there in the end, didn't we? Creative Lego World, which is nice because it must have been so confusing and stressful for you as well. Chrome Lego Cat saying knockoffs aren't good. Yeah, no. It's one of those things, though, that is really tricky because it does sort of often come down to affordability. Oh, Axel's coming. Yeah, that's true. There is no knockoff Lego, just other brick building brands. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, I've never had any other brands on my channel, so I've always had official Lego stuff. I'm not too sure whether or not Annandale makes videos or not, or whether or not that's just building at home. And I think, people like All Bricks Count, like quite often they have other brands as well, which is fine, provided that they say that they're that brand. And I know that we've spoken about this before, but I just sort of go, I don't mind other looking. I haven't built any of them yet, but I have looked at a few different brands. And when they've done their own designs, I just sort of go, I don't have a problem with that. Like, the license was up for the brick pattern and all of that sort of stuff. So I just sort of go, if other brick building companies want to come up with their own designs and market their own thing, then I think that that's really cool. But where I struggle is when they do the same design as what somebody else has come up with, because that sits really uncomfortably with me. And I think that quite often it is very much that thing where creative pursuits are seen as or like something that's like not as important as other stuff. And I think that that's like a shame, because I just sort of go, someone producing something creatively is just as valid for like copyright or whatever compared to like anything else that's made. So I don't have a problem with companies wanting to protect their creative designs and that sort of thing. Or is this going to... This is probably the trickiest folded sticker. But yeah, it's turned out nicely. Oh, you can still sort of see the line through here though. But it's not too bad. I think I'll probably be able to like smooth that out a little bit. Yay! Cool. Oh, I can call you Andrew. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Like where they design their own thing, like I just sort of go, I have seen like a really nice image of a different brick built brand that seems to has a theme very similar to Friends. So lots of magenta, very similar looking mini doll type characters as well, but not identically the same. Lots of like pinks and purples and yellows and that type of stuff too, which is, cool, live your best life. But they have like a really like awesome train design. And then the other thing that they've also got is like a carousel type design with like, with like the moving animals that sort of move up and down and round and round. And I just sort of go, well, that's something that I haven't seen produced by Friends yet. is an actual like train done in Friends style. So that's where I just sort of go, yeah, I appreciate that. And then I think that there's another brand that I really like the look of as well. And they might be like smaller bricks, like more like the nano bricks. And they've got like some beautiful looking snow globes and music box as well. Keeps on popping up. Chromego Cat saying, bye, knockoff elves. It's great fun. I know you struggled with that so much. Gary's here as well. Hey, Gary. Yeah, I know, Axel. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's just internet issues. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, cool. Mama Bricks is saying I wanted to be here earlier, but because of the upcoming pre-conference, I needed to do some quick thing. Yay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. A few years ago in a toy shop, Andrew was looking for Olivia's house and found a copy of it, which had larger bricks, different mini dolls and colours, and was really surprised. Yeah. Cool. Just built day 18, the fantastic fireplace. Yeah, it's really cute. I really liked the because we can hang the stockings on it, sort of. Cool. Cool. Oh, okay. You've tried the Loz mini bricks. They weren't that fun and super tiny. Yeah, I've heard that as well. I don't know whether or not I don't know. I don't know whether or not I could like have different scale brick in my Lego universe or even in my house. I think that would stress me out too much. Then I realised how weird it sounds to say that, but I don't know. I have to just be me, don't I? But I think Claire, the plastic architect, had some of the Loz sets as well. But again, this is where I just sort of go, I think it's really nice to have different design options and some of those different styles, because then it also prompts more creativity as well, doesn't it? Like you can just sort of go, oh, that looks really cool. Again, I can't remember which brand it was, but they did like these really cute like little plant boxes, and then like all brick built plant boxes, and then brick built like succulents and cactuses. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I thought like modifying our little dots cubes into like having the like little brick built plants out the top would be like something that would be really cool too. Like that's going to go on the build list, probably right at the bottom of the build list, because I've got so many different creative things that I want to try and get around to doing, and I'm not really doing any of them at the moment, so I don't know. Cool. Oh, Mama Lego's doing good, so that's nice to hear. Yay. Oh my gosh. Bricks is saying, I'm okay. The holiday's already started, so at least 3 weeks full-time kids around. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know how you guys do that. They say being a parent is the hardest job in the world. So just so impressed with anyone that even manages to do any of that. Cute. Kaz is saying that she has a tiny bit of Modulex with your system bricks in Micropolis and sometimes Duplo. All Lego, all the Lego are different sizes, so that doesn't stress me out. Yeah, no, I do have a little bit of Duplo as well, so that doesn't stress me out. I think it's just because with the Duplo bricks that I have used, most of that has either been behind the scenes to build up hills and that type of stuff, so you don't even see it, But the one place that I did use Duplo that was sort of seen was in my underwater mermaid village, where I did actually have some sort of blue and trans blue bricks and stuff like that I included in there, which did actually look really nice. Yeah, and that didn't bother me. I don't know why. I think because I could incorporate that into the same scale, whereas I think with some of the builds, if they're a different scale, or if you can't scale them up and scale them down, like if they don't fit in with the Lego system, then that's probably the bit that's going to like get me. I don't even know how to explain it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think that might be the same one that I might have seen, with like a cherry tree music box with lots of flowers, and it sort of spins around and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been the same one that I've seen as well. But again, that's where I just sort of go, even if I don't get the set, it was really nice to see how they were able to sort of create the cherry tree shape and like a slightly different way of using flowers and that sort of stuff, even though I have sort of seen that similar technique used in some Lego builds as well. Yeah, so I don't know. That's where I just sort of go, it's nice. It's cool to see that stuff. Gosh, I don't know if my brain can handle the 2 times or 0.5 scale. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Duplo fits, but Modulex is tricky to attach. Oh my gosh, yeah. But I think even in some of your videos as well, Kaz, like when you found some of those click-it parts, you sort of went, this kind of works with Lego, but it kind of doesn't. And I thought that was really interesting, like your thoughts on that. Too. Cool. Brett's saying hello to a few people, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, you think it was around $35 and the box was very premium looking and feeling? Oh, cheated. Use blue tack, fair enough, for the Modulex. Oh, Rhonda is here. Hey, Rhonda. How are you going? I hope that you're having a nice weekend. Thanks so much for stopping by. We're building Encanto at the moment. So we're building the Madrigal House, which looks absolutely gorgeous. And we're probably about 2/3 of the way through bag number 3. So we've done like the little ground floor, which is like very like tan and brown and pinks and oranges going on here as well, but with the teal door and a few like little green details here and there as well, which is really cute. And then it looks like at the moment we're building the second floor. So we've got like a little green bedroom over this side and then a purple bedroom over here as well. So I think that this might be Antonio's room, and then I think that this might be Maribel's room over this side. So I'll have to just wait and see how that pans out. Cool. Oh, Kaz is saying, I can see this forming the basis of a block for your Ninjago district. Yeah, I think that you'd be able to do something really gorgeous with this in your Ninjago area. Yeah. Cool. Right. Spin it back around. Backwards and forwards. Okay, let's pop my stickers over here. Two from here. Cool. Yeah, I quite like the more like ramshackled sort of style of builds, which is one of the reasons why I have always enjoyed seeing people build up the Ninjago city and the docks and the gardens and all of that sort of thing, because I think that build style just really sort of captures, I don't know, a similar sort of style. So, oh my gosh, the movie's awesome. I'll love it. Yeah, I think I'll have to try and see if I can rent it on YouTube or something. I have seen that they've already got Raya, so I definitely want to try and get that at some stage or another and actually watch Raya, because I haven't seen that yet either. I'm always so far behind. And then it makes me laugh because Steve and Snowlana, to a certain extent, do always sort of tease me in a nice way, not in a horrible way, tease me about being behind the times here in Western Australia. And I'm like, really not doing Western Australia any favours with the amount of slowness. I just seem to like, I don't know. I'm never in that much of a rush to see and do all these things that I should be. I might need 2 sets to make a proper job of it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. This is definitely a build where when I saw the image of the build, I was just like, oh my gosh, this looks beautiful. And then when I've seen the artwork from the film, like the design of the house and all of that sort of stuff, in illustration from the film, I just sort of go, oh my gosh, that's even more beautiful. And I think that there is like a little bit, there's a few extra bits that obviously Lego couldn't fit into this set. And again, which is fine, because I think the price for this is okay. I wouldn't want to spend any more. But yeah, it would be something really cool to actually renovate, I think, this building. So I think that there's going to be more than just yourself, Kaz, that's going to be tempted to get 2 of these. Not mentioning any names. Yeah, I should watch Raya as well. I know, dragons. I know. It's ridiculous. At least Taz doesn't ask you to see Bluey every time you're on a live stream with him. Oh, bless. Oh, I know. Oh, dear. Yeah. Maybe he already knows that I haven't seen Bluey. He's just like, it's pointless asking Ruth. She lives in Western Australia. It will probably take them 3 years to even get the series 1 of Bluey. Oh, cool. Oh, no. Oh, cool, Andrew. Saying that he needs to extend the balcony, otherwise you couldn't add a door to a room. Oh, Joey's here as well. Hey, Brixish. It's so nice to see you again, mate. Why is everyone tempted to get 2 of the house? I think it's just inspiring. You know, we might not joke about that sort of stuff. And I think that it is definitely one of those things where, I don't know, some sets are just more inspiring than others. And I always think that that's sort of like an interesting thing, is to sort of see what inspires different people and that type of stuff too. Oh, Mama's Bricks is being a bad influence, Kaz. Yes, definitely buy 2. Curious to see what you make of it. No. Same. Yes, the same. One day I'll say yes to Taz and I'll have a heart attack. Yep, probably. Cool. Right. There's the last little piece for bag 3. So again, like really cute. Like I actually really like how they've sort of transitioned from one color to the other. So again, the lavender section over here, we've got a little bit of teal here and then a lot of lime green over this side. But when we flip this around, I don't know how easy it's to see, but the lime green is actually in behind this little section. And the flooring is also underneath like the little white mat here as well, little white rug. So it's sort of like really cute to see that, you know, there's that sort of detail where the lime extends over along here, but then we also have like a little lavender brick up here as well. So it's almost like a little bit of a, you can see that there's been like a little bit of, oh, which way am I going? No, this way. A little bit of a, this way. No, just draw a diagonal the right direction. From here. No, from here. From here down to here. A little bit of a diagonal colour shift. Oh my gosh, that was way too difficult for me to try and figure out. But yeah, it's so pretty. And then I also really love this sofa build over here too. because it's got like the little curve and then like the little hook there as well. Back, yeah, I much prefer like the modular style as well. Cool. Love the pink flowery part of the house. Yeah, it's so pretty, isn't it? Like even that flower build was really nice because that the stem piece that we used for that is like the little stem piece that we got for what's his name? Olaf, but in brown, that little one. And so they've popped that into one of the leaf pieces and then attached the flowers to the top. And I've not seen that done before. So that's really cute. So yeah, it's cool. I like to play with my sets, so having it open backed is crucial. Yeah, which is fair enough. But I think I have said on here before is that I don't really play with my Lego. Like it's more about design and displaying it and stuff. So it's a little bit different. Cool. Andrew's saying at least it was much easier than what happened with too much red extension from Ellie. I just forgot to add the fridge and changed it a lot. Oh my gosh, I know. I think it's tricky though because it does sound like, Andrew, you quite often like to try and make your builds like quite realistic by including doors and bathrooms and fridges and all of those sorts of things, which is really cool. But again, I just sort of go, it's always fascinates me like how different people's creative minds work as well. Oh my gosh, I know, Mama Bricks. I think I can just afford one because Lego wants my whole year budget in January. Too many cool sets coming out. Oh, exactly. Kat saying, set your expectations high so Lego can't take all your money. Kaz is saying, I hear you too as well. What are your thoughts on the space sets that are coming out, Kaz, like the city ones? Because I know that you quite enjoy some of your space stuff. Good, because as a space novice, not knowing anything about space at all, the rocket one doesn't interest me, but the other one with like the little dome and that type of thing, I actually think looks really, really cool. And I don't know why, but for some reason in my brain, I just really, really want to try and do a mashup between that city space set with the dome in it and the Monkey Kid Space Rabbit set with the Space Rabbit pod and the carrot rocket ship. It's just in my head. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to afford to get either of those sets, along with everything else that I'd quite like to get, as well as starting a new job. But yeah, well, you never know. So yeah, Brix is laughing at me. Don't blame you. Oh my gosh, yes, I know, Kaz. Miss JC, who always had a fixation that every building needed to have a toilet. I know, I loved that. It really used to crack me up so much. Especially because quite often I'd just be like, whatevs. In my Lego universe, my Lego characters don't need to use the restroom that frequently. They can also teleport between buildings and they don't always need a staircase. Oh my gosh, Mama Lego is saying, getting your little destroyer today for a few days. So much fun seeing Lego through her eyes. Oh my gosh, I know. That must be so awesome. I think it's definitely one of those things that is like, it's so cool to be able to see like that sort of joy and expression, I think, in young people is just amazing. Mayo's popped in for a live stream bandits as well. Hope you're going okay, Mayo. Another person who does so much live streaming. I can't ever keep up with Mayo or Occasion. You guys are always streaming. Not that that's a bad thing, I just can't keep up. Oh, you like the super thin modulars, JC did. Yeah. It was, I think for me, it was just really nice to see someone on YouTube that was talking about small cities, like small Lego spaces, because it seems like a lot of the time, the bigger the city, then the more views and the more attention people get on YouTube, which is fine because obviously that's like super spectacular and stuff. But when you don't have a lot of space, it was one of those things that was just like, yeah, it was always like really tricky. So when I saw that, that's when I just sort of went, oh, I'd really love to do like display my elves sets, but I don't know how to do that because I didn't have like a massive amount of room or table or anything like that in order to do that. And so when I saw some of JC's stuff, I was just like, oh no, actually I can do like a little elves display in my bookcases, which I must admit has worked out really nicely because then you can sort of transition like and change up like the scene a lot quicker in between shelves, like to go from blue to green, and then I'm going to have like the lime and the spring green over here too. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Kaz is saying love space sets, and I do think they look quite cool. I probably won't be getting any of these. So much in the last wave and building the Mars base, so I'm a bit spaced out. Yeah, and your Mars base is just so gorgeous. Mayo saying hello to everyone. Cool, thanks, Mayo. I really appreciate that. Oh no, Chrome Lego Cats showed your cousin your elves dragons, and she thought that they were evil. They're so beautiful. I love them so much. I guess that's why they didn't sell very well there. Oh my gosh. What? Oh. Dusty bricks. I didn't understand that at first. We have movie builds. Yeah, we don't need to see everyone going up and down the stairs or into the toilet either. No, that's very, very true. Kaz is also saying that she learned a lot about crabbing loads into tiny interiors. It helps so much with the Ninjago district and habitats. Yeah. I think that that's definitely a talent that I need to like work on a little bit more, is trying to build smaller, because quite often I like to like build large. And that's where it has been like quite nice to be able to do things like my little Snow White cottage, which is quite a small build for me. Very simplistic interior, but it's still a small build. And then even like Olaf's trading post as well. I was actually quite pleased with the amount of detail that I was able to get into that interior, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I think that that's where, you know, like what we've been saying today, it's just really nice to see like and hear from different people and what their creative process is and all of those sorts of things as well. Yeah, I know, Mama Bricks. I really miss JC actually. He's definitely like a very charismatic character within the Lego community. And I think that he has been busy doing a lot of other things. And I know that there was issues with him around lockdown and traveling between countries and stuff. So yeah, obviously, like most of us, our first priority was just making sure that he was safe and he was okay, which I think he is. But yeah, I think that he's now just ended up being super busy with lots of other stuff. And probably doesn't realise how much he's missed by many of us. So, yeah. But again, I just sort of go, it's even that concept of being able to sort of, you know, develop something in a smaller space. I was just sort of like, yeah, that's really cool. I really enjoy that. Cool. Oh. No, is that one of your chores today, Kaz? Is to actually put Lego away? Talking of space. in both the senses of the word. You need to pack away your classic space display ready for having a visitor over for Christmas because it takes up too much space or room. Yeah. Yes, go and do that. Go and do that. Every now and again, that's what I think about my spare room as well. It's just like I look in there and I'm just like, what am I doing? And then I think about how much I enjoy the magical fairground sets from this year, and I was just sort of like going, no, it's fine. My Lego display can stay there. Generally speaking, it's only me and Pucky that are here. If I have visitors, they can sleep somewhere else. In the past, when I have had visitors, I've actually given them my bed, and Pucky and I have shared the lounge. So I haven't necessarily needed the spare room. Cool. More of our cute little red tiled roof going in as well. Which is, oh, whoops. Forgot an important part of a hinge brick, of course. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Okay. There we go. Yay. Cool. Yes, better get going, Kaz. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yes, enjoy your holidays as well, and wishing you all the best for your festive season and the new year. If I don't get to see you before then or chat or anything, take care, Kaz. Yay. Yes, Joe's saying Merry Christmas to Kaz as well. I am sort of quite lucky in some ways, Chrome Lego Cat, because I do have, like, this is obviously my place. So I do get a lot of say, as in, what gets built where and what I can do with different areas of the home and all of that sort of stuff. So I think that that's sort of like different compared to a few other people who do have to carve out space because they've got like their TFOL, like they're teenagers, teen fans of Lego or Thomas fans of Lego, or they've got a smaller apartment or whatever as well, so they might not necessarily have as much, actual, square meters in a home compared to others. But yeah, generally I am sort of like quite lucky because I do get to have that say-so in my home as to, where I put things, what I do with stuff. So that's sort of quite nice. But my house is a nice size, and I'm not complaining about that at all. But yeah, I definitely don't have a basement, and I definitely don't have an attic. The size of like the rooms in my house are like quite a nice size, but they're not like huge size rooms compared to other places that I know, other houses that I know of in Perth and that type of stuff. So and then obviously I think one of the nice things has been that I have been able to like set up this like little live list room, which is sort of like quite cool. Obviously I've got like most of my part storage over here now as well, which I'm really, really happy about. And then obviously I've got like my shelves for my elf sets and those sorts, and a few at the moment as well, which is really cool. So I definitely think that I'm really lucky in that way. And then obviously, I don't know whether or not you saw my amusement park video or not, but pretty much the size of that amusement park is like the same size as like a single bed. And so that's the only size that I've got to build like a city on now, which is still fantastic and a lot better than other people who don't have the luxury of having 3 bookcases and a single bed to build Lego on top of. but nowhere near the same size as a lot of other Lego cities. And I think that then that makes things tricky as well. In some ways, because it does like limit what I can actually have on display, and it does limit like some of that creativity and those sorts of things as well. But again, I just sort of think to myself, it then just comes back to like doing our best to make the most of it, if that kind of makes sense. Like I just sort of go, you know, I think a lot of it just comes down to like how I talk in my own head about the space that I have for my Lego. And that's where I just sort of go, yeah, it's cool. It's nice. It's better than nothing. And I know that there are a lot of people out there in the world that even struggle to get Lego sets. So I know that I'm super blessed to have the Lego that I have. You know, I know that I'm super blessed to be, you know, in a house where I feel like safe and all of that sort of thing too. So yeah. Okay. Oh, Mama Bricks has got to go for half an hour. I need to get kids from sports. That's okay. Yeah, I think I think it would be really interesting to like dive deeper into why, like how elves sold in different places, and how that theme is or isn't considered successful. Yeah. Chrome Lego Cat saying, I'm pretty sure that the reason why elves sold terribly here was the outrageous prices and no interest from people who lived here. I've noticed only the Europeans here that have the elves sets. Yeah, that's an interesting take. And it's sort of like even quite interesting, like what you were saying around culture as well, and whether or not dragons are considered like majestic or evil in different cultures. And I think that that would be really interesting to sort of explore too. I don't think that elves was ever a top seller though. Even when the theme was around, I don't think that it was a best-selling theme. And I think that that's what's really interesting about elves in and of itself. And I think it's been sort of like quite interesting because elves sort of came out just as I was starting into my Lego hobby. And at that stage, I would get the occasional set, but I wouldn't get everything. And so I think that was like a little bit of the difference for me, was that it was sort of like picking and choosing what I got. And I did see elves launch and I saw it on the shelves. I definitely remember seeing it out there in the wild. And I sort of went, oh, do I get this or do I not? And I was like humming and hawing for quite a while. And then I just sort of went, oh, I'll give it a go. And when I got it and built like my first set, I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is really awesome and magical. And I just love everything about this. And so then that's when I sort of went back to the shops and picked up the sets off the shelves that I could. And I had missed a couple, so I know that I'd missed out on the bakery. That was one of the sets that I had to sort of search for. And the Starlight Inn was a little bit tricky for me to find, and the Dragon Sanctuary. I think that they were three that were like a lot more challenging for me to sort of try and track down, because I didn't get them as soon as they sort of launched. But what's been interesting with elves is that, like, I mean, I know that back in the day, even like Jang Bricks was reviewing some of the elf stuff and some of the friend stuff. And Jang was just like going, oh my gosh, no, this theme is awesome. I love it. Like, it's amazing. And I don't think that he had a hugely positive reception from those comments. I think there were a lot of us that appreciated what he was saying and doing, but I don't think that we drowned out the people that were negative about it, if that kind of makes sense. And so I think what's been interesting is to see how elves has remained a theme that people are so passionate about. And it's always been interesting because whenever I see anyone come into the theme, is that once they start collecting, well, once they've built like a couple of elf sets, they just go, oh my gosh, yeah, this is a fantastic theme. So that's always sort of been interesting as well, because even when I was making my videos, that was sort of, I think maybe on the final wave of elves, and there were a few people that I was sort of like, you know, chatting with in the YouTube realm. And a lot of them were saying, I can't believe that I didn't get into elves sooner. So that was always like the interesting thing as well. Like it was just sort of like one of those things. And it's definitely like part of me still thinks that the timing of elves wasn't great, because I think that potentially if elves was released in 2020 or 2019, particularly as lockdowns were starting, that theme would have gone gangbusters. Yeah, I'm surprised elves lasted so long. It did have 4 waves, which I think is reasonable. Like I just sort of go, it seems like if it's a wave that's not going, like if it's a theme that's not going to be around forever, then I think that like 3 to 4 waves seems to be the norm. That's what Hidden Side got. That's what elves got. You know, there's been a few trolls got 2. You know, like I just sort of go, I think that that's where it goes. Lasted longer than many action themes, from what I know. It didn't really sell well. Yeah, I don't think that it probably did, but I don't think that Lego ever intended it to, because I think that Lego probably realised that it was never going to sell as much as, you know, have I missed something? Have I missed an entire plant? I did miss an entire plant. Whoops. Yeah, so I just sort of go, yeah, I think that Lego kind of knew that it was never going to be a bestseller. In the same way that Lego just sort of went, yeah, Hidden Side's going to do all right, but it's not ever going to be like a top-selling theme. You know, I just sort of go, I think that most of us can sort of see that. Yeah, and I definitely think there was a lot of that mini doll thing coming into it too, Chrome Cat. That's definitely the impression that I had from a lot of what Jang was saying on his channel, was that it seemed like a lot of the people that were commenting were sort of like, yeah, mini dolls, ew. Because quite often Jang was sort of like going, just don't look at the mini dolls. Like, look at the rest of this. It's awesome. And I think it's been sort of like quite interesting as well, because even in the few years that I've been sort of like doing YouTube-y type stuff, is that I think that there has definitely been a change in the way that people like, I don't know, relate to the mini doll themes as well. So yeah. Yeah, I think mini dolls suited the elves theme. Me too. Oh, Creative Lego Andrew's back. Creative Lego Andrew. That wasn't the title that I should have used for you, but there you go. They're making a cup of coffee for your mum. Elves didn't have much curb appeal, but once you started, you couldn't really stop. Yeah, I think that that's the thing. And I think that that's been like the surprise with the elves theme. Because it seems like once people discover the theme and they start building the theme, and then they start to realize how detailed and beautiful and organic and gorgeous it is, then I think that that's when people are just like, yeah, now I'm obsessed. Now I want all of it. And I think that that's sort of like the difference in the theme, is it does definitely seem like one of those things where, you know, and I think that that's the interesting thing about the elves stuff, is just how passionate people are about the theme. And that's where it's like been really interesting, even seeing like newer people to the Lego hobby, like people that, you know, started to get into Lego stuff because of lockdowns and those sorts of things, is that a lot of them have been like, you know, I wish that elves was around when I started building Lego. I wish I'd started building Lego earlier so that I could have got all the elves stuff. So I think like that's like part of the interesting thing for me. And then I'm pretty sure that when Lego did that poll of what themes people wanted to return into the Lego universe, fine, like awesome. But I think it was a little bit strange, because I think that Castle was broken down into like 3 or 4 different things. And so then if you added up all the Castle votes, then technically Castle did get more votes, but that's not sort of really how the poll worked, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that elves was actually fairly high up on that list. Like it was in the top 10. It might have even been in the top 5 or 6, I think, from memory. And I think that that's probably the thing that would have surprised Lego, would have been seeing how, passionate and excited people were around and still are around elves. Cool. There we go. That's the second floor and the first floor. The ground floor and the first floor combined together. Hopefully I won't drop it. And then that's the interiors as well. I actually really like what they've done with the chimney as well, with the cloud on one side and the rainbow on the other. And that can actually like spin round, which is really cute, like really, really pretty. And then over here on the balcony, whoops, like lots of the foliage and everything. A couple of the new butterflies as well. And I did see that Brick Emotion did a really awesome butterfly overview video. So I won't talk too much about the butterflies. And we do get one of the lime green watering cans in here as well. And like a really cute little hanging basket here too, with pink and purple flowers. So if Elle's watching this back, you've got a whole Elle room. So yeah, it looks really gorgeous so far. So far, so pretty. Cool. Yeah, I agree, Joe. The colours are so gorgeous in here. So, so gorgeous. Yeah, Chrome Lego Cat saying, before actually getting into the community, I saw elves but always dismissed it until I looked harder and harder and then realised that you needed all of them. I did the same thing. Like in 2013 or 2014, I did the same thing as well. I was like, really? Do we need this? I don't know. What do I do? The boxes are really pretty. I'm not sure. La, la, la. Nobody's really talking about this. I don't know much about it. And all of this sort of stuff. And then in the end, I was just like going, I'll get one and try and see what it's like. And then I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. So I don't think that you're alone in that at all, Chrome Lego Cat. And I think that like that's like the interesting thing, I think, with the elves theme is that it seems to be that type of theme where it's just sort of like, oh, it's fine. Like people look at it and it's just like, oh, it's okay. And then once people get into it, then they're obsessed with it. And so that's where I just sort of go, I think that for me is the interesting part of elves, is that it's very easy to overlook it or dismiss it or look at something that's brighter or sparkly or different or more colourful or, is part of a franchise or whatever. And then when we actually like delve into the theme and delve into the set and look at the build techniques, it's just like, oh my gosh, no, this is amazing and so, so beautiful. So, but I think that that's the nice thing about Lego as well, is discovering stuff that you wouldn't think that you would enjoy. And that was, even for me, I just sort of go like the Benatar, like the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, is still to this day one of my favourite builds. And one of the main reasons why I got that build was because I saw a Lego review on it. And the person was just like, oh my gosh, this set's really awesome. You have to get both the spaceship and the little pod. And then you get all the Guardians in there, blah, blah, blah. And it's so cool how these two builds fit together and it just works so well. And, whatever, singing the praises of the set. And so I looked at it and I was like, I'll give it a go. And for me, I love building houses. I love building colourful things. I love putting together landscaping and terrain and coming up with like, the colour palette for Jasmine's world compared to the colour palette of Nida and, Farron's forest and all of this sort of stuff. But, building that spaceship, I was just like going, this is awesome. And there is no way that I would have ever thought that I would have enjoyed building a spaceship. Yeah, exactly. I think that that's the thing with elves, is that it sort of flew under the radar. And I think that because it wasn't a franchise theme, like because it wasn't Disney or a princess or part of a movie, and because it was something unique to Lego, neon coral masonry bricks is that I think that it was probably one of those things that is like relatively easy to overlook. And I think that, like we sort of said earlier as well with the mini dolls, is that because that was the second or third time that mini dolls had been used, so we'd gotten Friends, and then I'm pretty sure like Elves and Princesses came out at around about the same time with mini dolls as well, is that there was still like quite a lot of backlash against a mini doll because of, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I just sort of go, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to sort of like think about that side of things and unpack that a little bit and whatever. I don't know. Cool. But I always find that sort of stuff interesting. And I definitely think that there are probably different reasons why it didn't sell as well in different countries. But again, I do actually think that it's one of those themes that has just, I don't know, gets under people's skin. Like how many years since it's been since we've had an elf set? When did it finish? Because it's definitely been 2 or 3 years since we've got an elf set, and I still count it as my all-time favorite theme. So yeah, that's what I think is like the interesting thing. Oh my gosh, I'm stuffing up the second last sticker, guys. No, don't stuff it up at this stage. Yeah, the last sets were Elven Star Tree and Nocturus Showdown. Do you know what year they were released, Chrome Lego Cat? Because again, I just sort of go, there's obviously there's been like really nice sets and builds and things like that we've had since then. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. This is the worst sticker ever. That's what happens when I talk too much about elves. I get too passionate and I can't stick my stickers. Oh, 2018, yeah, so a couple of years ago, yeah. And I still consider elves my favourite theme of all time. Almost 4 years ago. Yeah, wow. It's okay, Joe. It's fine. It's not the best stickering that I've ever done, but just don't tell Cornet and don't look at it too closely. I'll just do this little bit and then I'll show you guys my messed up sticker situation. I just couldn't get it spaced right on the tile, but it doesn't look too bad. And then I ended up getting some of the sticky stuff on the front of it because I kept on having to peel it on and off. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I've hung up the graphic with the 4 mini doll themes in 2017 on my wall because I love them so much. Yeah. I know. And I think even Cornet and I have spoken about this a little bit and sort of said it would be interesting to see, if elves had started their first set, say in like 2020, and it was halfway through now, I think it would have gotten quite a different response, in the same way that I think that if DC Superhero Girls had started a little bit later, like if DC Supergirls had come out maybe after Lego Movie 2 stuff, then I think that would have gotten a different response as well. But I definitely think there was still quite a lot of, mini doll issues in the community overall. And I definitely think that has improved over the 3 or 4 years that I've been doing YouTube. We've still got quite a way to go, but I definitely think that by and large, there has been sort of like changes made. And that's where I just sort of go, I think that it's been really nice to actually go through and read the press release from Lego about being more gender inclusive. No, dang the sticker joke. Yeah, the sticker got me today. Got me good. We'll see if I can do this one any better. Okay, focus, decompress, shake out the nerves. Have a sip of water. Prepare for the stickering. Right. Can do it. A moment of silence, please. I can't get it even. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. This one up as well. Thanks, Joe. I did it, kind of. It's fine. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's sort of square, but it's not quite like it's, yeah, it's a little bit off center. But it'll do. Once it's in there, in and amongst everything else, it won't be so noticeable. Yeah, I think that there is still like a real mixed sort of vibes around mini doll stuff. Yeah. Many hate mini dolls, and there's an overwhelming discontent with mini dolls whenever new mini doll sets are revealed. Yeah, but I also think what's been interesting is that it seems like Lego has been ignoring the loudest voices in the room. And that's where I just sort of go, obviously there are stuff, there must be data and statistics and sales records and things like that going on behind the scenes with Lego where they know that they can be producing more friend sets and they can be creating things like the Ice Castle and they can be making things like the new Friends modular, you know, huge 8 mini doll sort of thing going on as well. Because I don't think that Lego would be doing that if they didn't think that it could sell. So that's where I just sort of go, Lego's still a business and Lego is a super successful business. So I just sort of go, I think it's very much that whole situation where the loudest voices in the room feel like that they're the majority and they aren't always the majority. Do you know what I mean? Like I just sort of go, I think that sometimes it is it's a misperception. And I think that that's something that I've definitely sort of learnt over time is not to always pay attention to the loudest voices in the room. Because while it feels like they might be the majority, it's not always actually the fact. Yeah, I have. I've tried brick separators, I've tried tweezers and all of that sort of thing, but I actually find it harder to place when I don't use my little grubby fingers. Even though the last 2 sticker applications seems to have proved me completely wrong. But yeah, I much prefer using just my hands to place stickers because I find it gives me more accuracy. When I add in an extra tool or something, then that just makes it less accurate. I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I always say that I can't ski. There's 2 poles and there's skis and there's 4 different things that I have to try and control with different limbs. It's just not part of my genetic makeup. Is to be able to hang on to unwieldy objects. Slots back, yay! Yay, yay. I hope, since video is pretty much dead, that we'll get a new mini doll theme or something as captivating as elves. Yeah, but I still like video. I still haven't been able to find the series 2 bandmates, which I'm a little bit dirty about. I do definitely want to try and track them down. Joe's just laughing at me. Yeah. You understand, though, what I mean by trying to add in another object into stickering. It's far too complicated for me. Yeah, like, I mean, I think I know. Like, I mean, I'm not a sales expert, obviously. I don't know what sells. I just sort of go, oh, yeah, it's bright and colourful and it's cute. Yeah, I'll get it. For me, I just sort of go, I don't. Again, I'm not the target audience for video or Lego or anything like that either. And that's where I'm just sort of like going, I have no interest in doing video game stuff alongside my Lego stuff. Lego might have data and research that young people want to. I don't know. Like, again, I think I have heard from a few different younger people who are like, teenagers and in their early 20s that they actually liked the video game stuff that went along with video and hidden side and whatever. That's just not something that I was sort of ever into. But again, I'm not the target market for those sets, so I wouldn't expect me to understand that. It definitely seems like there a lot of parents were saying that one of the reasons why they like to get Lego for their kids is to get them away from video games, though. So I don't know whether or not that had been considered by Lego enough. I don't know. And again, I just sort of went, the video theme and the reason why video didn't work completely made sense to me once I watched Brick Emotion's comments on it. When Brick Emotion was just like going, this set was meant to be mini dolls, she laid out her case beautifully, which made complete logical sense to me. And when she explained her thoughts on it, I was just like, yeah, I agree with that. Yep, that sounds reasonable to me as well. And I just sort of went, I suspect that Lego possibly took their concepts and whatever to the music studio, and the music studio execs were the ones that possibly vetoed mini dolls for whatever reason. Possibly sexism. But for whatever reason, possibly vetoed the mini dolls. So again, I just sort of go, it is what it is. But I know from chatting to like a lot of you guys and Corne and Elle and, Brick Emotion and, everyone that's like really in the Lego mini doll community, is that we were all super excited for another mini doll theme. Elves had been discontinued for a few years. Princesses were kind of cool, but not everyone's into princesses. We wanted something that was a little bit fun and funky. And for me, I think to go from elves into video back into something magical probably would have been a really nice progression for like Lego. And I think that the mini doll the mini doll fans were ready for another mini doll theme. And it was just kind of like, oh, we're not getting it. And I think that the minifigure community were just like, what does this have to do with us? This is weird. Do you know what I mean? So I just sort of go, I just think that it missed the mark with everyone. And it didn't, and it shouldn't have. I don't know. But yeah, to me, video, like the reason why video didn't work just made so much more sense when I heard Claire's thoughts on it. I was just like, yeah, you've sold me on that idea. No, I can't. Now I can't even get my leaves to work. Oh, yes. Oh, no, Brick Sloth. Oh, sorry, Sloth. That was a very long video rant before I'm getting back to... You've got a feral cat sheltering in your woodshed. Oh, I hope that they're okay. Yeah, that's where I just sort of go, I don't know. There's a few strange things about video, but there's a lot of stuff that I really like about video. And that's where, for me, I just sort of go, I can imagine that if we got unicorns and rabbits and mermaids and aliens and ice cream characters in mini doll form, that would have gone gangbusters for the mini doll fans. Like, we would have gone absolutely bananas for that. Joe totally gets me. Good. Yeah, there's a few things I struggle with. Oh. Am I missing? Oh, no, I'm not missing leaves. That's okay. Yeah, I think that there are definitely adult people out there in the world that don't particularly like mini dolls, but I think that then that's like got a whole like broader society issues. You know, because I sort of go, to me, I think that speaks on hobbies that are considered more masculine are considered fine, and hobbies that are considered hobbies, things, items, whatever that are considered more masculine are fine for adults to enjoy, whereas hobbies or items or things that are more feminine are considered infantile or juvenile or too like young, or it's supposed to be family friendly or it's maternal or whatever. And so I think that that's like the interesting thing when we start to sort of unpack some of that, those sorts of concepts, because that's the broader conversation. For me, that quite often comes out of the mini doll sort of side of things. A lot of people can't work video figs into their cities, of course. That's not an issue for Sloth City. No, I'm hoping to be able to get some of the video figures into that. Should be good fun. Cool. There are mini dolls in Sloth City too, but they're mannequins again. That's cool. Yeah, I think that Lego lost heart in it when the exec said that they wanted the mini figures instead of the mini dolls, because I think that that Lego was just sort of like going, no, you're ignoring all of our expertise here. Oh, that's what I'm assuming, or that's what makes the most sense to me based on Claire's video from Brick Emotion, which is not fact, pure speculation. But yeah, definitely like one of those interesting things where you just sort of go, yeah, like when Claire sort of talked about that side of things, I just sort of went, yeah, that makes sense to me. How am I doing this? That needs to go there. These need to go like here-ish. Okay. Try and line this up. Cool. Is this right? Oh, is that meant to be? It's meant to be that way, is it? Okay. Right. Cool. Oops. And then let's just spin this a little bit. So cute. Yay! That's that build done. Whoop, whoop. Oh, there we go. It looks so pretty. I like the way how we got a bit more foliage out the front. The cute, like really tall, skinny palm tree is really quite gorgeous as well. I love that. The detail with the roof as well. So being able to have the slope here and then being able to maneuver that so that's at a right angle is really cute. Again, the interior looks gorgeous. So just colourful and beautiful and spectacular. I love it. Yeah, that's what I always sort of think is sort of interesting as well, like Cream Lego Cat as well. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean by the hobbies that are considered more masculine, whether or not that's playing masculine video games, whether or not that's playing with remote control cars, whether or not that's collecting action figures and all of those sorts of things, is that all of those hobbies sort of survive and thrive, which is awesome. Like, I wouldn't want to take anyone away from that. Like, live your best lives. If that's stuff that you enjoy it. But I definitely think that in a lot of society, it's very much that thing of, you know, if you're doing this as a hobby and you're female and other females are also enjoying it, then it's considered something that's infantile or juvenile or whatever. And you just sort of go, well, how come you're saying that about a lot of the feminine based stuff, whereas that's not being said about the toys or the games are considered. But then I also, sorry about the glitches, I'm so sorry. But then I also think that the conversation should be moving more towards what Lego is saying, and that is it shouldn't be about gender and it shouldn't really be about age either. And it's just like, if you enjoy this product or this toy or this theme or this activity, then just do it and have fun, and don't try and go through conforming or thinking that you have to like pink because you're a girl and you have to play sports because you're a boy. It's just like, if you enjoy, you know, Star Wars, then live your best life and love Star Wars. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where I just sort of go, I think that that's the conversation that we need to be having more. And again, you know, I just think for myself, like, because I was out there, I was really embarrassed about building Lego for ages. For years, I was building Lego in secret before I told anyone. No one in my family even knew that that's what I was doing, because I was so embarrassed by it. And then I sort of came into like the Lego world and discovered that AFOL was a word and TFOL was a word and all of this sort of stuff. And I was just like, oh my gosh, there are so many other people that enjoy this. Like, this is awesome. Yeah, I just sort of, yeah, exactly. Like, if you enjoy something, like, just enjoy it. And that's where I just sort of go, it's really interesting to hear the conversation so much around the binary. And that's where it's like it's one or the other. It's either a boy toy or a girl toy. No, it's just a toy. Like, it's just a toy that adults, teenagers, and kids can enjoy and play with and have fun with. Yeah, Pastor likes Star Wars. Yeah, and you shouldn't feel bad for doing something that you love, or even trying something that you think that you might like. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just sort of like, give it a go. Pastor, you've come in just as we finished building the Encanto house, which is super, super bright and beautiful and detailed and amazing. Very skinny, but lots of details, and it looks gorgeous. Like, so many like little things in here that I think are really beautiful and detailed. I'm already obviously weird. That's why we love you, Slot. And Lego is only one facet of your weirdness, yeah, which is amazing. Love the colours. Oh, Steve's checking in before bed. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, I honestly don't blame you for being a bit scared about telling people that you enjoy Lego. And even for me, I just sort of go, like, it's generally accepted by some of the people that I know, because I think that they kind of know that I'm a little bit weird as well. But then it was also that whole thing where I stopped caring so much about what people thought of me. And so then as I would meet new people or make new friends at work or whatever, it's just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is my hobby. I love it. This is how I decompress. This is building this stuff, like accept it or not. And for the most part, like when I was at that workplace and stuff, they were just like, cool. And again, like so many of my friends now know that I build Lego. Like I was so absolutely enraptured when my mate gave me my first Star Wars brick heads and that type of stuff. Like I just sort of go, that's really awesome. But I think that it's there is still that sort of like misperception out there around, why people enjoy doing what they're doing or whatever. Yeah, exactly, Steve. I think my internet's been so glitchy today. Yeah, don't worry what other people think. Live your best life and be your best you. Yeah. Sometimes it's easier said than done, though. There's so much pressure. Any preference around which one to build first? Pink or green? Green or pink? Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with you, Pastor. Like I think when I was talking to when I was at the workplace, which was quite a full-on workplace, like that was when I was working really closely with a lot of AOD, around alcohol and other drug issues, and there were a lot of homeless people and addiction and all of that sort of stuff. So it was work. I think there were quite a few people in that workplace that were a little bit quirky. So I think that they were just sort of like, oh, that's just Ruth's quirk. And they just sort of let me get on with it. So that's really nice. Pink, pink, pink. Everyone's saying the pink one. Excellent. Let's do that one first then. We'll be building them both anyway. It's just whichever one you want to see first. Yeah. Slop, I love that. Someone tried to hassle you for being an adult playing with Lego. I think that that's also been the interesting thing. Like, especially like when I realised that there was a whole AFOL community out there, and there's Lego user groups, and there's, Lego conventions and all of this sort of stuff. It's just sort of like, yeah, really? You're going to have a go at me about my hobby when there's so much. And I think that it has become a little bit easier since Lego Masters and lockdowns and all of that sort of stuff. It seems like people are sort of like a little bit more accepting of Lego, adult Lego stuff. Oh my gosh, yeah, exactly, Steve. Like, particularly during that workplace, it was just sort of like one of the least harmful hobbies that a staff member could have. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that that's one of the tricky things with teens, like with teens and like early 20s and things like that. And I think that that's where you hear a lot of adult fans of Lego talk about their dark ages. Like it seems like they weren't really super enthusiastic about aging out of Lego, but there was a lot of encouragement from their friends and family and parents and stuff to grow up and not be playing with Lego anymore. And it's just sort of like, well, actually, I don't know. And it's sort of been interesting because there's been like a lot of teen fans that have sort of gone, oh, thank goodness I've got, AFOLs in the Lego community on YouTube and stuff to say, keep your sets. If you can, just keep them. Stick them in a box, stick them in a storage somewhere, put them somewhere safe because you'll probably come back to it. Cool. Oh my gosh, yes, that's the other thing that would definitely be worthwhile. I don't know whether or not I'm starting at the right spot or not, but anyway. Right. Micro dolls. I was going to say mini dolls, but these are micro dolls. But I think that they're just like a smaller mini doll type version. Yes, sleep well, Steve. Thanks so much for stopping by, my friend. Take care. Enjoy your weekend as well, buddy. Yeah, trying your best not to dark age, and YouTube is really helping. Yeah. Like I just sort of go, I think it's tricky, like when it comes to school and studying and, going to university or going to work and, hanging out with friends and all of that sort of stuff. It's hard to then be able to afford the money for a hobby like Lego that's a bit pricey. Oops, lost a hair already. But I definitely think that it's worth like at least keeping sets in storage, if nothing else. And I know that that's sort of like Cornet's been quite good because he's just been like, yep, still enjoying my Lego. Yeah, other hobbies get in the way as well. Definitely, definitely. And I think that that's like it's tricky. It's tricky just to balance everything in life anyway. Growing up is tricky. Being an adult is hard. Cool. 3 little micro dolls. I don't know who these characters are. Obviously, I think that this is Mirabella. Mirabella again, because that looks like her little outfit and her glasses and everything, which is really cute. Ah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, try and buy at discounts or a marketplace to save money. Definitely the smart way to go about it. I think the tricky thing about being an adult and having more of a disposable income is because you want things earlier. Want things straight away. But I am quite pleased that I did actually wait for the ice castle because I did end up getting that quite a bit cheaper compared to what I would have had to have paid if I'd gotten that new. Like not new, but because I did obviously get it new, but as it sort of was released. Cool. Okay, Mirabella, Isabella, and Louisa. Cool. They're such pretty names. Oh yeah, Isabella's magical door. Of course, I would need to have Isabella in here somewhere. Hinging. Oh, Joe's just popping away, but we'll be back in a little bit, hopefully. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and I think that that's also like the nice thing about hobbies and things like that as well is actually having like, the internet and YouTube or Instagram or whatever in order to find people who have those similar interests as well. I think that that's like, so freaking awesome. I know that I say this all the time, but I just sort of go, it's just been so amazing, hanging out and making friends with so many awesome people in the Lego community. Like, not just talking about Lego stuff, but talking about like all sorts of things. Right. Okay. I'm not supposed to be doing that last. Right. I'm supposed to be doing this first. Okay. Right. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think, I don't know. The Lego community just holds a special place in my heart. It always will. Going off on so many tangents tonight. I can't seem to keep focused on any topic. Oh dear. Cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Same Chrome Lego cat. Absolutely same. Like I just sort of think back. Like I can't. I just sort of think back. Like even thinking back as to how nervous I was making my first video. Like again, even how nervous I was to do my first live stream. I just sort of go like, I honestly just can't believe how much like fun I have in the community now. And like, you know, I think it's just one of those things where I just sort of go, yeah, it's really special to be able to share a hobby and to share an interest that makes us happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just sort of go, I think it's really like cool to be able to sort of just go, oh no, yeah, I really love that too. Like, it's awesome. You know, I love that as well. And then you sort of start to realize that there's a lot of other things that people like we have in common with each other and stuff. And even for me, I just sort of go, it's also just been like really awesome and interesting to hear, you know, like Lego experiences from people from different age brackets, and you know, Lego experiences from people from different countries and cultures and that sort of thing too. Like, I just sort of go, it's just so, I don't know, it's just so cool and fascinating that it's sort of like this funny little toy. So it's just, I don't know, it's amazing. It's not a proper live stream if we don't delve into these serious life topics. No, exactly. We have to have our deep and meaningful cozy chats at some stage or another, don't we? Oh dear. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool. I like it. Delving into our deep and meaningful solutions for the universe via a Lego live stream. Right, these. Oh, yeah, I suppose that's sitting okay. Right, another little leaf. This is very, very pink. I completely understand why Elle is obsessed with you. Right. Yeah. I think it's even sort of been interesting to see how people's attitudes have also shifted over like the last year or so, since, you know, we have had to think a little bit differently about how we're, you know, living as a society and that type of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool. And I think it's always nice when you know, we have the opportunity to sort of think about you know, how we're fitting into the world. Going very deep and meaningful now. The set has to be at least 80% pink. Yeah. Like, this is what we've put together so far. Pink leaves, pink plates, pink, pink, pink. So we do have like the coral leaves in here, 4 coral leaves, a gold clip, and a little black wheel thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be yet. In this centre bit, we've got 2 pink plates, the pink spine, the 4 gold hinges, and 2 white tiles. The rest of that's pink. And then on this side, up the top, we've got a pink plate and a pink round tile with 1 stud. And then down this end, we've got also the magenta plate with the pink tile, a couple of green bits, and then a white, this way, a white frame with a gold like window that's got a sticker on it to be a door. And then we've got the hinge bits in here. But yeah, so far I'd say at least 80% pink in here. And I'm looking at and I don't know whether or not you want to count neon coral as pink or whether or not that's more orange. And then when you look at all the parts in there, it's like a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, a very small amount of green, and again the neon coral stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of pink in here. But I think that's kind of interesting because I don't know whether or not the other storybooks have been so like color heavy as far as their like color palette concerned. I don't know whether or not I said that in a very sensible way. But you guys have been putting up with my nonsense tonight. I don't think words are coming particularly like fluently for myself today. I feel like the adoption cafe for March is going to be a similar situation. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know those. I did watch your video of the other new sets that are coming out. Again, some really like pretty stuff in and amongst there as well, like with all the animal sets. Although I do think that the struggle is that we get so many animal sets in the Friends theme, which obviously is fine because animals are awesome. But yeah, it does get kind of repetitive after a while. But yeah, some of the nicest animal sets that I think that we've seen for a while, which is cool. I really like the pink clear like slide tube thing that comes with one of them. That looks really interesting. And then there's the stripy building as well, isn't there? Which again is kind of cool looking. Cool. Our first little segment is like a little tree and a tea set. Tea area. I don't know what to call it. Table with tea. Oh. Animals and friends are like snakes in Ninjago, never ever leaving. No. It's a good way of putting it. Oh dear. Yeah. I think it was even like when I guess that's true for any theme, is that they sort of stick with what they know. You know, it was even quite funny when we were chatting about how in Friends we have had a couple of hospitals, but we don't have police or fire stations. And then in City, they've had a few hospitals more recently, and they don't get cafes or like other shops or, you know, ice cream parlors or anything like that, but they always get police and fire. So, yeah. Like, who knows what they're doing, I guess, with their themes. Oh, another sticker. Oh my gosh, we'll see. And this is one of the metallic ones as well. So these are a lot. I might leave the stickers. I've lost my sticker confidence, gang. I'll try and do the stickers tomorrow when I'm focused, energized, and well rested, and feeling positive about my life choices. The final two stickers on the Madrigal House completely have shattered my confidence with stickering. Not really, but you know. Cool. What else do we need to put in here? This. And this set seems to like obviously go and check out Elle's review of this set. But we've got that like really new like curved slope with like the inverted curve in there, and then it's got like the little gap at the back, which is kind of cool. Kind of something a bit different. Oh, cool. In the Discord, you've been discussing the possibility of another new mini dollar skin color, but it's just a speculation since it seems to be present in only one character so far. Got to start with someone. Well, would that make it that we would then end up with 5 skin tones? Because we've got 4 now, don't we? Which is really super, super cool. I'm loving that. And I think that has been like one of the comments that I have seen from some of like the more like advocacy groups that advocate for Lego to be more inclusive have been around creating a wider variation of skin tones. For me, I just sort of go, at least it's nice to see Lego making an effort. Just more than we can say for some other companies and stuff. You know, and hopefully you guys know how passionate I am about ensuring that, you know, people feel seen and represented and all of those sorts of things as well. I think that that's really important too. Oh, this is really cute. Yeah. Right, this little section's almost finished, and then we've only got one more to build. And then this little set will be done. So then, so then we can move on to the green set. Hey, cool. So there's that little section. And it is actually quite interesting because I think the neon coral in this context does actually look like quite pinky peach and not so orange. And a lot of the other times, like in the sets that come to mind, like the pop-up party bus and then the marine rescue lighthouse and those sorts of things had that neon coral color next to like teal and green, which made it appear a lot more like orangey, whereas in this set it just looks really like pinky peach color. It's really pretty. Yeah, I agree with that, Chrome Lego Cat. I think there have been some questions around how racially diverse yellow skin tones actually are, though. But, you know, again, I just sort of, you know, it's like, I mean, I can't really speak on this topic, you know, being that I being the colour that I am, I just sort of go, I've got no right to say anything. But again, I just sort of think to myself, I do like at least seeing an effort being made in order to be more inclusive with people and that sort of thing. Like I can't. What was I watching the other day? I think I was watching some sort of thing on YouTube. I can't even remember who was making it, and it was a little bit more around like the history of Barbie, like Barbie dolls. And I think it took Barbie like a little while before Barbie actually had, you know, a few like diverse friends and those sorts of things of different skin tones and that type of stuff. But when she did, they were like some of the most popular dolls that they had. And I think that that's always like the thing to say to like corporations and companies and stuff like that is that people are actually interested in having that diversity. You know, and I think that that was also one of the comments that a lot of people made about Bratz dolls, like in the favour of Bratz dolls, was at least that they were like a diverse group of people, of girls or whatever. You know, there's criticisms around Bratz dolls as well, but I think that one of the compliments that they had was that it was at least, you know, representing a bit more diversity. Yeah, I feel like the only reason why Lego hasn't done this was cost issues and marketing. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's also that whole thing of why fix something when it's not broken. So, you know, like as far as I know, Friends is like a really successful theme. So I think that was also probably part of the logic as well. It's just sort of like, well, you know, it's still selling really well and everyone seems happy with it. But I think it's also nice when, you know, toy manufacturers or companies or whatever that are, you know, selling really well and whatever, do then make the effort. And even like when I remember like in the makeup community, oh, Mama's back is it's back, but ready to work on your Xmas town. Cool, yes, work on it. Definitely do that. Sorry about that. And Yeah, and I think that like when makeup companies, like there was a lot of conversation around like diversity and stuff like that with makeup companies and whatnot. And I think that one of the comments that was made frequently by like companies was, oh, it's too hard to have, you know, a large color palette, and you know, we can add that as we go and whatever. And then I think when Rihanna released her Fenty Beauty, was that the amount of foundation shades that she came out with, and also like the color palettes and options and stuff like that that she had, was just fantastic. That I think that then a lot of the other companies were like, oh, well, we can't really use that as an excuse anymore. Why have I got so many random pieces left over? What am I doing? What's gone wrong? Something bad's happened here, guys. Mark's here. Hey, Mark, how you going? You've come in just at the right time when I'm having an existential crisis over my Lego builds. Don't know. What have I done? Is that? Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay. Yep. I see. I see where I've gone wrong. A couple, in several places, unfortunately. How am I going to get this out of here? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Ah! Right, this was meant to be in here so it would spin around. I didn't realise that. That was a mistake. A mistake on my part. Oopsie doopsies. Everyone's saying hello to Mark. How's your week been, my friend? I hope that you've been having a good week and feeling better and all of that jazz. So I'm extremely perplexed over my little pink book. So there's like the little center area here. Shall I flip that up? Yeah, there we go. So there's like the little center area, which is really cute. We've got like a few like little leaves. We've got like the three main builds. We do get like a little white dove here as well, which is super, super cute. And a few more like of the beautiful like pale yellow butterflies, which are just so pretty. Like so, so, so pretty. So that's like absolutely gorgeous. And then it looks like we can fit in each of like the little characters in here. And then hopefully it will all fold up easily. Fingers crossed. We shall see. Oops. No, this needs to... Oh, that needs to face more inwards. You can just... This is riveting content. Absolutely riveting content that you've all signed up for tonight. Yay, there's our book. Whoop, whoop. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Thanks, Chloe. Thank you, thank you. Yes, you figured out what I was doing. Good. Lots of hellos and everything. Right, okay. So there's that one done. And then we've one more lucky last little set to build, and then we would have done all of our Encanto sets, which is super exciting. So we've got Antonio's little magical door here. Yay. So, Mark, have you got these sets yet? Are you planning to get them? Oh, yeah, good. Better today. Still getting your energy back, though. That's good to hear. I'm glad that you're feeling better, and hopefully you can at least rest a little bit. Maybe not as much as what you would like, but at least a little bit. I always think that it's sort of like one of those weird things where a lot of the time people in the Northern Hemisphere don't really understand how we can have like Christmas in the summertime. But then I always think that at least it's less likely that we're going to feel sick or catch a cold or whatever during our like Christmas time. More people are more likely to feel poorly during, winter and whatever. So I always think that that's... Oh my gosh. My internet has been so glitchy tonight. It's driving me bonkers. Thanks so much, guys, for sticking with me, though. Cool. Rebuilding the second floor. It's good and better than what I made before. Yay, love that. Love a little bit of a remock of a mock. I know that that's what Taz is doing at the moment as well. Yeah, remocking his mock. Cool. Oh, and it looks like we've got another Antonio. I wonder if it's the same. It looks identical. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Oh, well, that's okay. It's nice to get a double up of micro dolls, though. Cool. So, yep, we've got 2 micro doll Antonios, which is cute. Don't know where to put any of this. Right. Let's put Antonio down here. We do have the lovely little leopard. So gorgeous. I love that we've got like leopard splodges this time instead of the tiger stripes. But yeah, cute little fig. And then I think that we've got Mirabelle again as well. And it looks like we've got a different facial expression this time. But obviously the same character and probably the same body and hair and everything as well. But that's cool too. Oh, cool. Mark's saying I'm getting these on payday. They're already in my basket. Yay. I don't know about this yesterday. It's going so glitchy. But yeah, I got a job. So I got offered a job on Friday. I've just got to wait for the paperwork and the contracts to come through, and then I'll be starting that in January, which is super exciting. Oh, Jude's here as well. Hey, how are you going? I hope that you're well as well. We've just been building up the Encanto sets. So we've already built the Madrigal House, which is, probably the most spectacular build out of these 3 sets. And then we've done one of the little storybooks, which is very pink. And we're just building up the other storybook, which is much more green. So, yeah. And I think I will probably give these stickers a miss again as well, because I've been struggling with stickers tonight. I did a really good sprint and then it all fell apart. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks. I didn't tell you either. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really excited. They seem like really, really nice people that I'll be working with as well. So that's kind of cool. And it will sort of be doing like similar work to what I've done before, but it won't have so much like customer focus either. So I'm hoping that will be a little bit better for my mental health. And then it's sort of like still in health and that type of thing, but it's actually at one of the hospitals. So, which is also going to be a little bit different for me as well. So we'll see what that's like. Yay, everyone's saying hello to Dude. Plaster and everything. Oh, did I put that on the... Oh, I did accidentally put that on the right way. That's a minor miracle. It's a complete fluke that I got those around the right way. I was sure I was going to have to swap them over. And I think one of the things that was actually quite interesting when I was watching Elle's parts review on these sets is that while we do have like the print on the front here, we've also got studs. So because we've got these studs here, it does actually mean that we can actually put a plate over the top of this and actually cover over this printed design if you want to sort of mock this into something more suitable for your own Lego universe, which I thought was kind of cool and like interesting when Elle was sort of explaining that. She always comes up with some really creative like options. Oh, dear. I really am struggling today. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. Oh, dear. Okay. Not stickers. We're not doing stickers. We are going to do this. Almost not. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, it was really interesting, wasn't it, in Elle's review when she said that? I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a really cool idea. I don't know how or when I would ever need to mock a storybook, but I just sort of go, it's nice to know that at least the option's there. At least the option is there if I want it. Okay, right. Internal, interior little bits. Oh, and we do have the other little animal here as well. Right. Okay. Oh, lots of hellos going on, which is cool. Yeah, I'm glad to hear, Mark, that you're going to be picking these ones up, because I definitely think that you'll enjoy these builds. And it'll be really interesting to see how you mock this one, Mark, as well, if you're interested in mocking that up. I definitely want to do a mock of this as well. So we'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. Maybe something creative, maybe not. I don't know. And, oh no, I might actually do that sticker tomorrow as well. I've lost all faith in my sticker application. Okay, oh, and the other leaf needs to go in here. Almost missed that as well. Then I would have gotten confused again at the end of the build. Cool. So there's like the interior. So a bit more simplistic compared to Isabel's magical door. But again, like the print and the artwork on here is really pretty and really fantastic. And I actually really like the spring green colour being used a lot in this set as well. Like, I think it's a really sort of like pretty option. Cool. Right, now it looks like in the middle here we'll be building up tree type structures, or at least the first bit looks more like a tree. Cool. Cool, lots of hellos and everything going on in the chat still, which is nice. So I don't know whether or not we got to chat too much, but if anyone in the chat at the moment wants to let us know what sets you're looking forward to in January the most, I'm really curious to hear what you guys have got to say. I know that we talked a lot last week about like the Friends stuff and the dots and all of the sort of themes that I'm into, but I'm curious to hear from a few other people that are kind of into these sets, but also like to sort of dabble in other themes as well. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what everyone's looking forward to. Cool. Oh no. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really tricky though, isn't it? Really, really tricky. Really new. It's been 3 years, classmates. They don't have the same sense of humour. You miss your own school, old school shut down and replaced. Oh yeah, that's tough. It's really, really tough. I think I was about 10 when we had to swap schools. And they were like really quite like different schools, because one of them was sort of like out more in the country and just had a different vibe to it. To know how else to put it. And then the new one was located much more in the city, and well, not in the city because I didn't live in the city, but a lot more in like the center of town. So it was a lot more like around like, and the country school was more about being creative and, you know, inventing stuff to do, random whatever. And then at the new school, it was much more like sport and gymnastics and all of this sort of stuff. And it was just so not the vibe of me or my brother. I think I managed to fly under the radar a bit better than what my brother did, though, but it was still like so awkward. And it's really, really difficult, like once you sort of start to feel out of place somewhere, it's just sort of like, I don't know how to then turn it around again. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you were also 10 when you started at a new school. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough. I don't envy you at all having to go through that. Cool. Brett saying the Friends stuff has your eye. Yeah, same. No surprises there. Oh, and the Viking boat as well. Ooh, there's a Viking boat rumor. I didn't realize that there's been a Viking boat rumor. It's not part of my little Lego clan yet. Oh, Macro saying as long as the Viking boat isn't like the 3-in-1 pirate, which was decent, but still. Did you enjoy Barracuda though, Macro? I thought the Barracuda always looked like a pretty cool build. Cool. So that's our first like little tree in here as well, which does have like a little swing, which is super cute. So again, like the teal, the green, the bright green, magenta, and a little bit of that bright yellow looks so awesome. Oh, Mama Bricks is saying, oh, hard question. The Friends apartments, yep. Oh, the Chinese New Year sets. Oh, the Monkey Kid set, and of course the new modular, yeah. Oh yeah, the City of Lanterns, that Monkey Kid set, yeah. Some of the bigger Friends, cool. And of course the modular, yeah, you like your modular builds as well. The new Friends Beach House. I think really interesting, and the modular and like the apartments. And then there were a couple of other things where I just sort of went, yeah, I can sort of see that all sort of fitting into like a beachfront vibe. And again, I think that it's sort of like quite interesting as well because it's sort of like bright and colourful, which kind of gives me like a little bit of Miami vibes, but I think that the architecture is a little bit different. So I think that in Miami, it seems to be a bit more like Art Deco, Art Nouveau, whereas the Friends stuff is a bit more boxy. But, you know, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, yeah, you feel like the Barracuda has been retired early to actually rebrand into the 18+ set style. That's actually a pretty good point, actually. Like, I mean, that's not sort of an area that I pay that much attention to, but I always thought that the Barracuda Bay set was really, really gorgeous and looked amazing. And I really liked how a lot of people were sort of like mocking it and mixing it up and adding it to their cities and everything. So I think that was one of those sets where you just sort of go, yeah, I can definitely understand that sort of inspired that creativity, which is something that I always like to see. Cool. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. Same, Mark. And that's where it's going to be so tricky because I'll be like going, oh, I think I'm hoping to be able to start the new job on the 3rd, which is the Monday here. And I think it will just be a matter of then trying to pace myself. Try and get some of the new sets slowly. Oh, cool. Oh, you love the Barracuda? Yeah, I thought that you probably that would have been a set that you would have liked. I think I might have even absorbed that somehow through like osmosis by watching your content. But I feel like tonight I've been doubting a lot of my life choices. So I don't know whether or not I trust myself to remember who's been building what. Oh, cool. Oh, Bubba's back. Oh, cool, Bubba. Yay. Yeah, we're still building. We'll be going for a little while longer. I'll just be building up my second little storybook thing, something or another. I've also realised that this house is like right in the middle here. I probably should swap this over a bit, shouldn't I? So that at least you guys can potentially see what I'm building. At least partly. Don't trust having my mug close to my computer. Oh, cool. Oh, Bubba actually still wants Barracuda Bay real bad. Chrome Lego Cat saying same. Yeah. I think that because the set started selling well as Barracuda Bay and seeing so much positive press, it would be retiring earlier. It seems so weird. Yeah. Yeah. But then I think that it was sort of like quite interesting because I am still surprised at how long the Disney castle has been around for. Do you know what I mean? Like the original Disney castle? Because that set seems to have stuck around for much longer compared to a lot of the other sort of sets. So I don't know whether or not Lego decided to do like a restock of that or just continue to add it to their like manufacturing schedule or something. I don't know. Don't know how this stuff really works. Yeah, I think the reason, and I think that the other reason that I was sort of like quite interested in the Barracuda Bay set is because obviously Lego Lemaniac created like his Barracuda Bay inspired puzzle box, which did actually get 10,000 votes. Oh, okay, yeah. Disney Castle might end up being an evergreen product like base plates. Yeah. Well, I guess if Lego, I don't know. I don't know what choices Lego has to make in order to keep sets around. But yeah, it seems like Lego has made the choice to keep that set around for as long as possible, which I'm happy about because it meant that I was able to get hold of it. Because I'm pretty sure that when I actually ended up getting that set, there were rumors that it was due to retire. And so I was just sort of like, panicking a little bit as to whether or not I was actually going to be able to get it in time or not. Because that's actually happened to me a few times where I've wanted something and it's retired before I could get my paws on it. Oh, last little bit, possibly, sort of. Cool. Yay. Awesome. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Kel and her mum just finished the big Disney castle last night. Oh, well, that would be a really, really nice, like, festive wintertime build for you guys. That would have been so lovely. Right, we've got butterflies. So let's figure out where we want a couple of butterflies to go. I think it seems like we've got one here, which I quite like that idea. And then maybe, can we fit? There seems to be one over here somewhere. I don't know where that one's attached to though. Let's put this one down here. And let's just stick the third one there. Oh, yes, maybe a kind of place for and bunnies in the attic. Yes, a little, like, pet area. I love that idea. I actually remember seeing, like, a really lovely, like, pet room in, like, a Sims build. Like, every now and again, I do quite like watching Sims player just build homes and come up with really, like, creative ideas for homes, and I remember seeing one of them have, like, this really cute, like, pet area where they had, like, this fantastic, like, hamster area. Hamster compound. And then and then they had, like, dog beds and all sorts of, like, really cute and fun stuff for that. So yeah, I love that idea. I think that sounds lovely and amazing. Right, where are we going to put animals? Can I put let's put Lion here, because I think that Lion can fit there. Let's put Antonio over here, even though I think that Antonio is meant to go in the hammock, but I think that if I pop anyone in the hammock, they're just going to, like, rattle around too much. And then Maribel hopefully can go by the door. So there is this little one. Yeah, no, I love that idea. Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely do that. Yeah. Hate when a set suddenly retires and it becomes impossible to find. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's caught me completely unawares. For some reason, the Friendship House always sells so fast here on Marketplace. What's up with the Friendship House that's so desirable? I don't know. I remember like the Friendship House renovation videos that I did are actually some of my better performing videos, which I was always a bit surprised about. But yeah, people love that set. Cool. There we go. There's the little book. So let's move some of this stuff around. And it's only just over 3 hours, which I think is quite nice for me tonight. I don't know whether or not I trust myself to go for very much longer without getting completely muddled. Without completely turning into a muddle-headed wombat. We've got the keys. They're over here. The little gang. Let's put Maribel in here. Down by her front door. Oh my gosh, I can't do this backwards. Let's pop Antonio in his room with his little pet animal. Let's pop whoever she is in here. And let's pop the little present. I'll chuck that in the back here so it's not going to fall around. Cool. Oh, yeah, you think that it might appeal to the non-Friends fans with the Firehouse aesthetic. Yeah, it could do. I remember when I saw that coming out with the fire pole and all of that type of stuff, it's almost like Friends did Ghostbusters. And then I also really, really loved that we got Olivia's mission vehicle at the same time, which was sort of like a little bit inspired, reminded me a little bit of the Ghostbuster vehicle as well. Oh no, feeling a bit Minecrafty today since a certain someone hasn't friend requested me on Switch. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, we'll have to sort that out. And the funny thing is that I think that Snowlena and Mark and Kel and myself, like, not and myself, but they're now friends with me on Switch. But because we haven't visited each other's islands, it means that we can't send each other anything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've got to get more organized. But how long have I been saying that? Decades and decades. Alrighty, gang. I will. Let's pop these here as well, the stickers. So there we go. That's all the Encanto sets. I'm so super, super happy. No, that's okay, Joe. No need to apologize. That's part of life. So there we have the Encanto sets. So super, super pretty. I'm really looking forward to adding these two into my like little book collection, Lego book collection, which I think is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to getting that new Harry Potter books as well to add to my Harry Potter books too. I think that they'll be really cute. And I think that this house is really, really cool. again, I'd love to try and figure out a way to mock this, to make this look a little bit more similar to the version that we actually got in the movies. I don't think that it's going to take too much, but a few like little changes. And then we were talking with Kaz, is to possibly even try and enclose it a bit more as well and make it sort of a more of a modular as well, which would be really super, super cool. Oh, cool. Thanks, Kodiak. Did I say hello to you when you popped in? Dear. And I will try and get my video finished. I do have a video that is almost completely edited, so there's not a lot more to do. I just have to add in a few more like little emojis and fun stuff like that throughout the video, which I'll try and do maybe tomorrow. And then I think I might try and post that on Monday, so that there's a little bit of a gap. Don't want to put up with me for 2 days in a row. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to post that on Monday as well. I think coming up, it's going to be tricky because I think that next week is Christmas here, and then the week after is the 1st of January. So I think I will try and stream on the 1st of January, so that we can roll in the new year together if that's what we want to do. But then next week, because it's Christmas Day, I'll probably be up on the farm with like my mum and my stepdad and stuff. And hopefully all of you guys will be doing something nice with your loved ones as well. But I might either try and get a couple more videos out, or I might have a conversation with Elle and see if she's up for doing maybe a Wednesday stream on either the 22nd or the 29th. Or potentially either or both. But there's no promises there. Yeah, I really, really would love to do a Madrigal mock. I think that would be so much fun. Yes, take care as well, Bubba. Yeah, it's Christmas everywhere. I know, Robin. Sometimes I just can't do words. Words are too hard. So, yeah. So, again, I'll try and post the video on Monday, and then potentially we can do maybe a few extra like Wednesday live streams as well, just so that we can catch up with everyone and everything too. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I do apologize that the internet was probably a little bit glitchy and things were dropping in and out on my end, which was a bit off-putting and disconcerting. But thank you for sticking around and chatting with me. And yeah, and I look forward to catching up with you over the little festive holiday period. Again, feel free to comment on my videos or catch up with me there, or even just, pop over and say hello over on Instagram as well. You guys hopefully realize how much you mean to me, and you're all amazing and beautiful and amazing, awesome people. So yeah, take care, everyone. Yes, enjoy family time and time with loved ones and all of that sort of stuff over the next few days. You only come for the fashion tips. Yeah, I know, Robin. We're just glamorous like that, you and I. Whenever anyone talks about you and me and the Lego community, they're like that glamorous pair of Robin and Ruth swanning around in their designer items. Looking smart and amazing. Thanks, Chrome Lego Cat. I appreciate that. Yes, take care, everyone. Love you all. See you all soon. Bye.